What's going on? It's episode. Are we 119 this week?
119.
119. In Elimination Chamber tonight. And
I know that's just...
It's called something else in Germany.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. It should be. It should be.
In Soviet Russia, Chamber eliminates you.
Yes.
That's not why, but okay.
Good morning, Code Breaker. What's happening, dude?
Break the walls down.
Yes. Elimination Chamber tonight, they have a very low bar set for them by last year's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, which was definitely the probably worst pay-per-view WWE had by far last year. So
first pay-per-view in years. Years. Terrible.
It sucked. It was like when Monday Night Raw convinced us that we should stop watching. And then Seth Rollins told everybody, yes, Monday Night Raw has sucked. Yes. Codebreaker is asking where his belt is.
Oh, God damn it. It's right there.
Check that out. The sexy undisputed title. Brock Lesnar title is what I call that one.
Speaking of which, before we get too far into this, do you know who also held this title? 15 years ago in 2 days.
Viva la raza! It was actually 16 years, but...
One of the greatest matches I've ever watched. Brock Lesnar versus Eddie Guerrero, and it actually led to WrestleMania 20, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, 15 years ago. Because that WrestleMania was in 2004.
Yes, it was.
Oh my
God.
I lost track of time.
Yeah.
The second biggest upset in WWE/F history.
After Fandango beating Chris Jericho.
God, no, that never happened.
Right.
That never happened, just like Jerry Rice never played for fucking
the Seahawks,
and Patrick Ewing never played for the Magic, and
he was one of the
Kim Olajuwon never played for the Raptors.
Right.
And Tim Brown never played for the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
And the Hartford Whalers never played in the NHL. Boom.
Whatever.
Anyway, so, like we said, this is episode 119 of the FM Marks podcast.
I'm Jay.
I'm Brainless Bob.
And I'm El Jefe.
Yes.
And we are joined by our buddy El Jefe.
Yes, he said his name.
Oh, well, we kind of...
Pay attention. Pay attention, damn it. I know it's Sunday morning here in the East Coast, and it's Sunday afternoon in England, so we got to get our shit together. Stop. We're going to talk about the Power of Cult 45, the Elimination Chamber, and the Uso Penitentiary coming to a street near you.
Playing it.
Yeah.
Cheers. Or as the Polish people would say, Nastolovia.
Yeah.
My taste of Code 45. It works every time.
Yeah. And the Breakfast of Champions.
They make sure you ain't booty.
And you know what's great about this is, you know who ate his Bootios this week? Kofi fucking Kingston.
Oh my God, yes.
Fucking goat performance.
Mm-hmm.
I almost think it might be better than Rollins' performance last year, in the gauntlet match that's still going on.
Both gauntlet matches are technically still going on.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this: I love the ending of the gauntlet match from SmackDown Live.
Oh,
That was the fucking best. Because you know why? It was vintage Randy Orton.
Yeah. Out of nowhere, brother.
And I really do hope, and this is my theories heading towards WrestleMania. My theory is that we are going to see Randy Orton versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania.
What's going on, Sam? Thanks for tuning in, dude. Make sure you guys like, comment, post, share, all that sorts of fun stuff, and we'll chat about whatever. But I mean, we have some things we definitely want to get into, and some things that I think impact tonight's chamber event. But
There's gonna be a lot. I mean, there was a lot of shit, and it was funny because we were discussing possibly doing it on Friday, and I pitched the idea to Jay that maybe we can change it up a little bit because the pay-per-view is actually today. I was thinking maybe we could do the show the day of the pay-per-view, see how that goes, see if we can get more of the Brits to come out and check us out. Because we're a terrific podcast. We're the fastest growing podcast of two guys that
Drink
talk about professional wrestling while drinking 40s or Colt 45.
And bring their friend in sometimes.
And bring in
Yes.
at least our
So
one of our good friends and our more reliable guests onto the podcast.
Nice.
That's a polite
Yeah.
way, that's a polite way of saying.
booyah.
But anyway, a lot of and luckily for us, moving it back to Sunday instead of doing it on Friday benefited us because there was a lot of chicanery that happened over the weekend.
Yeah,
a
man.
lot of shit.
I mean, we'll start off with the Jimmy Uso and Naomi stuff, where apparently, they got pulled over, and Naomi was driving. Police officer smelled alcohol. They didn't say who they smelled the alcohol on, but they were just doing like a field check and ended up more or less taking Naomi out of the car, and Jimmy lost his mind and wanted to fight the officers until they threatened to pepper spray him. That's what the story is. But he was getting in the fighting stance. It's like,
Trying to square up with the cops, really.
yeah.
Ooh, so
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got to spend the night in the Uso penitentiary.
Yeah.
The interesting part about the whole situation is, yes, Naomi was the one that was driving, but the reason that it was so suspicious that the cops pulled her over was she was driving down the wrong way on a one-way street.
Mhm.
To be fair, in Detroit, that's very easy to do.
Yeah.
Even if you're sober.
Yeah, I agree. It's possible.
Detroit's not very well laid out.
Yeah. All right, so we have have we ever watched MCW wrestling? I have not.
I'm not familiar with that.
So
What's MCW wrestling?
no, he has not seen MCW wrestling.
Oh, but
Somebody
you know what?
asking, will John Cena ever turn heel? I'm going with no, because he sells too much merchandise, and
He's too important.
I as much as I think he should have done it when he went against The Rock, went full heel, and I think it would have been better. I think at this point, right now, he's not there long enough to make an impact by turning heel. Plus, he loves doing the Make-A-Wish stuff, and if he's,
A heel.
and if he goes full heel, he cannot do that stuff anymore. And I know that that's very important. John Cena does not turn heel.
That ship sailed years ago.
Although
I think.
that Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena was still the greatest John Cena of them all,
Yes, he was.
and it's not even that close. But yes, so Jimmy Uso did square up with a cop because they pulled over him and Naomi. The one thing that I took away from it, and that really bothered me about it, is that people are saying that the reason that they got arrested, or why Jimmy got arrested, why they're trying to get arrested, is because they want to get fired from the WWE and the
It's so stupid.
Okay, that's tinfoil as hell.
Yeah.
Wrestling, listen, wrestling fans. There's a reason people look at us like we're fucking weirdos, and it's shit like that. Take tinfoil hat off. Stop thinking everyone's trying to go to AEW. You're not. I mean, I'm sure
There are some
there who think creatively that would be better for them, and you know what? They're right.
But trying
opinion.
to
Trying to get yourself fired and burn a bridge with the company, no.
and trying to go to jail?
No.
I don't think so.
No, like, that's not worth any of that.
Especially because the Usos' contracts are up in April. Why would he want to get fired 2 months prior to his contract actually expiring when he could just wait for his contract to expire? And the first AEW show isn't until mid-May anyway.
Another thing that's stupid about this, all right, let's say they did, Jimmy gets himself fired. Not only is he screwing himself over, he's screwing his brother over.
Sure.
Now, they would, all three of them want to want to leave this place. So if you force yourself out by getting like a DUI or fighting with cops, would AEW even want to freaking touch them?
No.
No, it's stupid.
Especially since they have an NFL owner.
Yeah.
What's up, Tommy?
It's happening, man.
But
That's effing Mark's Hall of Famer, Tommy.
So, that's the Uso Penitentiary. And then in the last 24 hours, all of a sudden, we got a bunch of stuff coming out right now about allegedly, Corey Graves having an affair with Carmella.
yes. So Corey Graves' wife posted this post on Instagram, and I'm going to bring it up here.
Yeah.
And I will read it. verbatim. Let's see, where are you? There we go. All right, it's a family picture. It's Graves, the wife, and the 3 kids. Beautiful family, really.
Mm-hmm.
Until, Stay Down 8, that's his wife's Instagram. This may be totally below me to do, but I'm hurt. I'm sad. I put 11 years into supporting a man to accomplish his dream only for him to punch me in the gut. I've been through suicide attempts, alcoholism, among so much more with him and stuck by his side. I think he's talking about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. The kicker is finding out she has been sleeping with one of my daughter's role models all along. Carmella, WWE, and WWE Graves. I hope you guys are happy. I really do. End quote. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, if this is real, if this is not a hack, I mean, sick burn, and like, I don't know. Speaking for myself, like, I'm sorry if you're that unhappy in your relationship. Get the fuck out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fuck around on somebody because it. Come on. It's like.
We know Graves has problems. He's had a ton of problems. Even earlier this week, he had this tism on David Dixon's fan for no reason.
I'm wondering if he knew about this.
Dix?
And he was going to report on it, and that's why he went off. Because like it seemed like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like an RKO.
But like maybe he knew about this and was talking about it, and then Graves went nuts, and now guess what?
Well, now it's out there.
This is my foil hat theory, is that this is what caused Graves to have his tism.
I mean, that's a very plausible theory. I mean,
So,
David Dixon's fan, he's got good sources. He can find shit out. So,
I would like to bring up a couple of things.
sure, go ahead.
All right, my first thing is I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Does this mean that Carmella's pussy is Fabulous?
Gross, but go on.
No?
That's enough for Graves.
there's enough room for many things there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
And my other point I wanted to bring up on this is, my God, what the fuck is wrong with Carmella? Look at the taste that she has in men.
Big ass.
She went from big retard to Corey Graves.
Ew.
I mean, seriously?
Corey Graves, he's like the opposite of CM Punk.
He's like Target brand CM Punk.
He's Target brand CM Punk, and he drinks and does drugs.
Yes.
Allegedly.
yeah.
I know he drinks. That's the story. But
Right.
I mean that's just so shitty, man. Like Graves has been with this woman for a long time. They uprooted their lives from Pittsburgh to go move to Florida, and then they did a whole E60. Remember that E60
What's going
they
on,
did?
Brooke?
Remember that E60 they did where it was Corey Graves showing off his family, how great his family was, and how hard it was for them to do what they had to do.
Well, it wasn't Adam Rose on that same
Adam
one.
Rose was on the same thing, so now we're 2 for 3. And Xavier Woods was on that too, 3 for 3.
Ugh.
But that wasn't Xavier Woods' fault.
Right.
No, you're right. It was Paige's fault.
No, it was Brad Maddox's fault for being a spiteful piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
that sucks. I mean, do we see Graves tonight? Do you think he's gonna be off TV?
No, I don't think he's going to be off TV. I think this is I think WWE is going to treat this somewhat similar to the JoJo Bray Wyatt thing, and not really say anything, but quietly punish somebody. I mean, when's the last time we saw Bray Wyatt?
A long time. So who are they gonna punish? Carmella?
Oh yeah, like I told you last night, I could actually see WWE being petty enough to not even open up the pod that Carmella and Naomi are in.
Let me out of the pod. But
Or they're both just going to get eaten by Nia Jax. I mean, that's going to be a punishment enough that the two of them are going to probably be in the ring with the fat heifer cunt Nia
and
Jax. She's probably going to break their
the
faces.
murderer's daughter.
No, don't
The murderer's
drag
daughter.
her into this.
He killed that lady.
Yeah, he might have killed that lady. Doesn't mean that she's a murderer.
That's why
Yeah,
I called her the murderer's daughter.
But that's fine. She's fine though. She's not
No.
the issue here. The
No, she didn't
issue
do anything
is
wrong.
The issue is that fat fucking heifer Nia Jax is going to be in the ring. She's going to see Carmella, and she's going to go, Nia smash. And she's going to break either Carmella or Naomi's faces, or both of their faces, or break their necks, or break their backs, or break their arms. And
she's going to work still.
No, wait. She can't break their backs. That's Iron Sheik's gimmick. He does something extra before he makes them humble and breaks their back with the camel clutch.
She jumps up and lands on either one of them, she's going to flatten them. She's going to crush their sternums.
Right.
Fuck that fat cow, heifer, cunt, bitch. I fucking can't stand the fact that Nia Jax is even in this match. I can't even stand the fact that this bitch still has a fucking job. Oh, and you want to talk about fucking tisms? Oh, let's talk about the fact that you had to bring up that Eva Marie was talking to WWE about a possible return. You said, I guess this means the brainless one's going to get his dream match with Eva Marie versus Nia Jax.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. 100% going to happen, too.
Oh, my God, no.
Yes, yes.
No.
It's going to main event WrestleMania next year.
I don't even have my fucking phone to do it.
Yeah.
No! No, God!
Please,
no!
God, no!
No!
So, but we'll get into how this affects the predictions when we talk predictions.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now that what happened over the weekend is not going to have any kind of an impact on my predictions for anything this evening.
No, well, but you know
what?
I think it will impact booking for tonight. I don't think it's going to impact who wins necessarily.
I think it's going to impact the tag team title match between the Usos and McMiz. But the Elimination Chamber, I don't really see it impacting it that much. I think that Carmella and Naomi were in this match just to be bodies in this match, irregardless.
Dude. Right?
So, I'm sorry. I figured somebody... Here's the thing. When you have multi-people elimination matches, and even just multi-people matches altogether, you need somebody to eat the pinfall. And in multi-people elimination matches, you need a team or a person to eat that first pinfall. And I think that's the reason why they brought Carmella and Naomi into this match in the first place, so they could be the first team to eat a pinfall. That's just my personal opinion on that. I think that I'm not even going to get into it because once we get into the predictions, then I'll get into my predictions. But that was my opinion on that anyway.
So Sam on Facebook asked us if we think WWE is scared of AEW.
No,
not yet.
I am going to say they are not scared of the company right now. I think right now they're scared of losing talent to them.
I think they're more annoyed. I think they're annoyed they have another company they can bid
against them.
I think there's a cause for concern with WWE. Scared? No, they're not scared.
No. They're not scared at all. But like they don't like to lose talent, and I think the fact that AEW is offering some creative freedom and offering wrestlers a chance to actually like have heavy input on their character as opposed to having it dictated to them. And it seems like AEW is going to give them a lot of creative license, creative freedom, have their own storylines. And yeah, I'm sure like Cody and the Young Bucks and Tony Khan is going to be like, we don't like this. Maybe you should switch this up. But I don't think it's going to be like Vince McMahon where it's like,
no, you might be Terry Taylor, but you're really a Red Rooster.
Right. It's not going to be something like that. So they don't like losing talent, but I don't think scared is a proper term for that.
I think a cause for concern is definitely something that they have. But the thing is that WWE has been around for so many goddamn years. They haven't gone out of business, and there have been times. I mean, if you think about it, during the Monday Night Wars, WCW was killing them in ratings, and then they basically just shot themselves in the foot because they gave all these wrestlers creative control and a shit ton of money. That sounds familiar. And it came back and bit WCW in the ass, and Vince McMahon was still on top. The thing with WWE and how, even if they lose a lot of talent, they're always bringing in talent.
Well, so with WWE now, yes, the ratings aren't what they used to be, but they have so many revenue streams. Like last year was the most profitable year in WWE history, and their new contract with Fox and USA has not even kicked in yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're going to be even more profitable this year. They've got money coming in from Saudi Arabia because they're scheduled to do 2 shows there
Again.
a year for the next. I think it's 9 years now because they signed a 10-year deal with Saudi Arabia. So
And they're not breaking that, no matter how.
They could. Saudi Arabia could attack the United States and like blow up the Capitol building with every member of Congress in it. And actually, that might be not a bad idea.
That's a little.
But anyway, but like if they did something like that, I don't know if WWE would stop doing a show because we got a contract.
Got a contract.
Well,
Got a contract, pal.
now if they came to Washington D.C. and blew up the Capitals while they were playing a hockey game, maybe against the Blackhawks, then that wouldn't be the most terrible thing in the not the Flyers, the Blackhawks, but the Blackhawks.
Flat Indiana had something to say to us on Facebook.
What was that?
Nerds! What's up, Flat Indiana? How you doing, man?
What's up, nerds?
Happy Sunday. Happy Elimination Chamber Sunday. Booyah.
I was wondering. I was like, wait. I'm like, I know that name. Sometimes it takes a little bit because I'm so used to.
You're
it
brainless.
on the...
You're brainless, so that's how it goes, right?
Yes.
It takes a little while.
Yes.
So.
See. Flat.
What? Okay.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting because another thing that came up. Speaking of people who could be potentially going to AEW to get more money and some more creative control, there was something that came out this week with Dean Ambrose about how WWE is gonna make one more last-ditch effort to re-sign Dean Ambrose and do whatever it takes to make him happy and stay. And I think it's because up until Dean Ambrose's name got flirted around about possibly leaving, everything else was just like pure speculation. And the people
whether
who were,
it was the revival,
whether it was the revival or AJ Styles when his contract ends, or the Usos when their contract ends,
Gallows and Anderson.
Dean Ambrose was the first one that actually came out and said that he was leaving because of creative control. Frankly, I think this is I've been thinking it was a work since the beginning. It could be kind of like the whole CM Punk thing from a few years back when he was planning on leaving.
2011.
When he was
Money in
leaving
the Bank.
Money in the Bank. And they basically had a contract already hammered out with him. And they totally fucking dropped the ball in that whole
No, because they let him back on TV like a week later.
I know,
He
that
should have
was
been
the
gone.
thing.
Yeah, he should have been gone for like 6 months.
He should have came back at WrestleMania.
It should have either been WrestleMania or Royal Rumble.
Should have been WrestleMania, so it could have been.
He came back at the Hampton Coliseum. Never forget.
But I could see it being like a lesser extent with Dean Ambrose, because obviously Dean Ambrose doesn't have the accomplishments, and he wasn't as big of a star as CM Punk, and he's not WWE or the potential big WWE champion either. Although Dean Ambrose fighting Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania would be like, what the fuck? That'd be the greatest thing. But
Lackluster title.
I could see Dean Ambrose come back and stay.
I can see, but I can see him being off TV again for a while because they fucked his heel turn up.
Oh yeah, they made him fucking germaphobe Bane. You can't fucking do that shit and expect it to work.
Well,
but he did get EC 1 and 2 over, so
right. Well, the thing with this
the ninth
is
greatest wrestler from Cleveland.
If he's all about creative control, not stupid WWE storylines, if he has re-signed a contract, the fact that they have come out there and said he has not re-signed a contract, he cannot show up on TV, to me, between like WrestleMania and at least SummerSlam.
right. I mean, there are only like 2 wrestlers that I can think of that have any sort of creative control. It's the Undertaker and John Cena. That's pretty much it.
I think the New Day has a lot more say in their characters than people are.
Well, thank God. I think Vince realized these guys are actually know what they're doing.
And
Xavier Woods is a doctor, so
yeah.
I mean, he's a smart
he's
dude.
a doctor. Big E is a fucking strong man, and Kofi Kingston is a goat.
Just Kofi is great.
Kofi Kingston is a goat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since I am the czar of goatdom, I am the one that classifies whether or not Kofi Kingston is a goat or not. And Kofi Kingston is
I thought Kofi Kingston was gonna go for years.
He got fucked over by Randy Orton really hard when he was gonna get that push, and Randy Orton basically put a stop to that, like he did to Mr. Kennedy, and got Kennedy fired.
Kennedy.
Mr.
I love Kennedy.
He was one of my favorites.
I was in the impact zone and saw Kennedy.
Anderson.
I saw him as a special guest referee, and it was Matt Morgan, I think, against Jeff Hardy.
Holy fuck, I can't take that.
Yeah.
Matt Morgan.
Against
So-
Jeff Harvey.
So fuck, Jeff Harvey. Jeff Harvey.
Thanks, Mike
And
Adamley.
it was like
Yeah.
what we were talking about a few weeks ago about presentation and everything, and how you present yourself as a wrestler, and how that can determine whether or not you're going to stick around. Whether you either have a shtick or a catchphrase, or it's all about presentation. Mr. Kennedy is one of those guys that it was all about presentation, because his entrance was so unique. He would come out to the ring like he normally would. He'd get in the ring and he would do the thing with his hand and the fucking
old school
microphone.
microphone. It wasn't just a microphone.
And
It
the
was
microphone-
Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Green Bay, Wisconsin, weighing in at 242 pounds, Mr. Kennedy! Kennedy!
I worked with somebody when I lived in Providence. Had the last name Kennedy, and anytime she was on TV, I was like, Kennedy, Kennedy. Yeah.
Which is funny because now you work with somebody, and every time you see him, you gotta be thinking, what
Hey.
does the fox say?
No.
Hey,
Hi.
hey.
Oh, dude, I did see a fox outside of the station. Like an actual legitimate fox, like the animal. I remember the story about the one time Bud had like fox traps, and he put Andy Fox's face in the fox trap. Hey,
Do you do weed?
stop it.
He is the GOAT of Hampton Roads.
Let me on.
Yeah.
Lay me on.
So anyway,
But speaking of people who were speculating to go to AEW, we had a Raw Tag Team Championship match this week. It was the Revival going up against a team of
Gable
Chad
and Rude,
Gable and Bobby Roode. And
the glorious team.
finally, WWE did something right, putting the tag team titles on the best team on Monday Night Raw, as Wilder and Dawson are now the new reigning, defending, undisputed tag team champions. Well deserving.
Well deserving. WWE had a good team that they could have built the division around several months ago, and decided that they were going to put what the fuck's his name? Something Drake.
Dallas Maverick.
Dallas Maverick, whatever the fuck.
Dallas Drake.
Yeah,
Drake Maverick.
Drake Maverick.
Drake Maverick. The Authors of Pain
Okay.
have a presence, and they're gigantic. And they need a mouthpiece. They should have kept fucking Paul Ellering. I don't know why they didn't do that.
Because Vince McMahon thinks he's too old to be on television. That's probably what it is.
That's actually not what it is, because Ellering wanted to work there, and Vince, I think, wanted to keep Ellering down in NXT to help build up other tag teams. Obviously, since the Authors of Pain have got called up to the main roster, we haven't seen Paul Ellering. Although,
No,
This
that-
week-
he was there. He was there, and he released them from his control.
on your own now.
his daughter is now
Yes.
working out at the Performance Center.
She was signed.
Rachel Ellering,
Rachel
who
Evans.
is at the Performance Center, who is also dating that fat piece of shit Cassius. Oh no, the brute.
When he comes to bed, oh no.
The bruiser of buffets,
Dr. Denny's.
Hey man,
the destroyer of donuts.
she gives me hope as a fat person.
Who, Cassius Ohno?
No.
That you're gonna fucking
No,
sign
Rachel
some-
Ellering does.
Oh,
Yeah.
She gives you hope that you're gonna end up with somebody that looks like that, even though you look like him.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of look like Cassius Ohno, except you're not. You're like 150 pounds lighter,
Did
and you don't have as long a hair as he does.
they bill him at 275 like that?
No.
Yeah.
That is
if he cut his
bullshit.
arms
He's
and
taller
legs
than
and
you,
heads off.
and he's bigger than you.
Yeah.
I still think the best part about that was the fact that they announced that he was a certain weight on his way to the ring, and then during the match, they were like, "Oh no, he's like 280 pounds." I'm like, by the time this match is over, he's gonna be like 390.
Okay, he's like 320. Let's be real
He's
about
like
that.
470. Stop it.
Okay. He's not the Big Show back when Big Show was super fat. All right.
Come on. Only fat people get stuck between the bottom rope and the
Okay,
mat
that
to get
was
into the
the
ring.
fucking funniest thing I've ever
That
seen.
was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Like, I'm watching. There was a takeover before Survivor Series.
Was it
correct?
Chicago?
Chicago 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I text these guys because I was watching it live. I'm like, you guys are gonna love this Cassius Ohno match.
Oh man,
that was the best match on
So
the
good.
takeover. And Johnny
So
Gargano wrestled. That's how good that was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you really have to be a fat piece of shit to get stuck between the bottom rope and the fucking mat. Like, he literally got stuck between. That was the best part about the whole thing. Not the fact that the bro, the what is it, the original bro?
He's the original bro, because it's a trademarking thing.
He's the original bro, the brochacho of brochachos, the Matt Riddles himself, who's going to smoke Daniel Bryan's title when he takes the title from Daniel Bryan. Beating him in a fucking squash match was fantastic in his own right, but the fact that Cassius Ohno got stuck, literally stuck between the bottom rope and the mat, was the best part about anything that happened in wrestling in 2018. And if it wasn't for the fact that the dog delivered a 5-star dog splash to the cat, that would have been my OMG moment of the year.
So speaking of Cassius Ohno, this week on NXT programming,
He came in with a bag of Wendy's.
After Dominic and I always fuck up
Dijakovic.
had a match against Shane Thorne. He ended up beating Shane Thorne, and Ohno comes out and he kind of talked like it sounded like he's going to AEW.
Yeah.
And then primetime Keith Lee.
Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. I'm like, that's not really that hard because Cassius Ohno hits every door with his ass on the way out.
Speaking,
now, are you sure?
Do you think that Keith Lee is related to primetime Brian Lee
No.
from
No.
Clash of the Champions
No.
13
No,
fame?
I really don't think he's related to the Undertaker's cousin.
You never know.
I'm gonna say this though. Are you sure that they were making it seem like Cassius Ohno was going to AEW and not KFC?
You know what? You might be onto something.
I know I'm on
You
something.
might
Have you
be
seen
onto
that, man?
something. He said he was going to sign somewhere else where they, truly appreciated him. I think KFC would definitely appreciate him.
Why wasn't he the colonel?
The eviscerator of extra crispy chicken. I still gotta do that. I gotta come up with the fucking Apollo Creed nicknames for Cassius Ohno using every letter.
The battler of buffets.
The
King of Krispy Kreme. The Doctor of Denny's.
the Queen Slayer of quesadillas.
We could go on and on and on.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh no.
Oh
You know there's gonna be like 137 things from Cassius Ohno for different foods. He's gonna be the Zazzer of Zaxby's. I'll think of some shit. I'll come up with it.
Yeah.
Destroyer of desserts.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but the Keith Lee thing was awesome though, because Keith Lee's awesome. Then he started singing.
Well,
Yeah.
it is what it is. But like NXT this week was pretty good. Pretty good.
We
never
got
bad.
we got the main event of a goat versus a goat. I mean
Yeah.
that happens a lot. I mean, usually they give us like Johnny Gargano or Tommaso Ciampa or the Velveteen Dream
Or Aleister Black.
or Aleister Black.
Baby.
But they gave us fucking the Ricochet, and you know how excited I was to see the Ricochet this week.
Again. Adam Cole, baby!
Yeah, Adam Cole, baby.
And
By the way, that's what the song I wake up to on most days. of the week. If it's not there, I either wake up to that or I am the top 1%. I am in the top 1%.
oh boy.
What happened?
All right, so we had a comment. Double cheese, double mayo, motherfucker. I think that's a Cassius Ohno.
Yeah.
Cassius
Praise.
Ohno. Yeah. All the way.
I guess my real question is maybe Cassius Ohno, and I asked you this on Wednesday. Is Cassius Ohno leaving the WWE so he can start preparing himself for the Nathan's all-you-can-eat hot dog competition on the 4th of July at Coney Island? Because I'm pretty sure that he can destroy Joey Chestnut's record. I think that Cassius Ohno...
I'm sure he already has an exhibition.
Cassius Ohno probably has eaten 309 hot dogs in 20 minutes or whatever the fuck the time they get for that. He probably snorts them.
Yes.
God.
He's gonna shatter Joey Chestnut's record, and then we're gonna get WrestleMania 36. It's gonna be Cassius Ohno versus Joey Chestnut in an all-you-can-eat hot dog contest, and somehow Cassius Ohno's gonna win, and then they're gonna have.
Is it gonna be like Aki Bono versus
Aki
Big Show?
And then Aki Bono's gonna come out and fucking push Cassius Ohno out of the ring, and he's gonna fall and land in a 5.4 on the Richter scale and all that shit. I don't even know why I have all this venom towards freaking Cassius Ohno. Maybe it's because he's a fat piece of shit.
No, it's because he fucked the Shield up. That's why. That's why you hate him.
I mean, literally, Triple H said, "Dude, we just need you to get in better shape." Nah, I'm good.
He's like, yeah, I'm in shape. Round's in shape. That actually has nothing to do with it. I just think
No, like even watching the NXT episode when he was on like 5 years ago, like he's gained like 70 pounds of fat.
And the thing is, he does stuff that would break me in half. I'm very impressed with his athletic ability.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
For being a big dude like
outside
him.
the ring, like he does.
It really is amazing, but it's just like, literally, they told you, this is what you need to do to get to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm good.
He was like,
I like
like
cheeseburgers too
you need
much.
to get into shape, and he was like, yeah, 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, on it, Sesame Street bun.
Sesame Street bun?
Sorry, Sesame seed bun.
Yes.
All right, so Sam wants to know about the burp with this.
That is all you, sir.
All right, so there was a TV show, and it's kind of evolved from that, called Three Sheets. And with the show Three Sheets,
Great show.
they would.
Fantastic show.
There was a guy, Zane Lamprey, who would go to different places around the world, discover the drinking customs, and just kind of hang out with people and drink. And one of the first episodes, he went to an area where anytime you burped, they went like this. And through a bit of research, they found out that when you did this, that meant good burp. And if you were the last person to do this symbol, you had to drink. So anytime we burp, we do this. And whoever's last drinks.
We have video evidence.
Yes.
I just want you to know that they're going to do like a spin-off of that show with Cassius Ohno, and they're going to call it Three Slices.
Stop it. I'm surprised he hasn't been the guest on the President's Pizza thing on Barstool.
Well, they're still waiting for him to have a
He should go
sumo
against
match
Jake.
against fucking Guy Fieri.
You should go against Jake in a boxing match.
Yeah, why wasn't he in the fucking Rough and Rowdy Raw?
I'm still trying to figure out why Cassius Ohno hasn't shown up as a guest on like Chopped
Why?
or Iron Chef America.
Those are actually good foods.
Yeah.
You don't think he would eat good? You don't think he'd be like a proprietor of like?
I want to see Cassius Ohno with Jeff Foxworthy at the Golden Corral.
Yeah, I'd go to that.
I would definitely
As
watch
long
that.
as long as fucking.
As long as Vince Neil's there.
Yeah.
But I'd want
In
heavy
his Batman t-shirt.
I want to fucking have heavy machinery there so I can sit at the table with Otis Dosovich. I'm sorry, Otis
Otis.
the Dozer. And just so I could just talk to him about fucking steaks and not weights, because I don't know anything about weights.
Get your weights, Chucky.
Yeah!
It's
Pretty
Chucky.
lady! Pretty lady!
Oh, pretty lady! Yeah. So it was like, oh my God.
Otis Dosovich might officially become the unofficial wrestler of the FM March podcast.
Yeah.
I love that dude.
I do too. I fucking love that guy.
I was an early adopter of the heavy machinery.
I've been a fan of theirs since I started.
You enjoyed them, but I think
Not
you're
as
more
much
of a
as you.
Street Profits dude than.
Yeah, I mean, Heavy Machinery is they've definitely earned a very special place in the Brindlesman's heart.
Yes.
Yeah, their gimmick is that they're fat.
But I mean, I haven't been as much of a fan
It's fantastic.
I haven't been as much of a fan
Cassiano
of.
should become part of Heavy Machinery.
They would just call them fucking 3 tons.
But
But I haven't been a fan of Elias as long as you have. You've been a fan of Elias since
Elias sucked when he first came in.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, he was
suck.
terrible.
I did not like him.
I didn't like him at all.
My God, speaking of Elias though, he posts on Instagram like all these women that like tweet at him that say, "You should come to Chicago. I'm going to show you a really good time." And it's like all this shit. Like I'm like, oh my God,
Hey man, he's a rock star.
this guy is a go.
He's a rock star, man.
So I saw on a wrestling website this week something. I think it was just me, but it could have been we pitched last year for WrestleMania.
Elias singing the national anthem.
Elias having a rock concert against the GOAT, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson at WrestleMania.
What they really should do is have Elias play everyone's entrance theme.
That would be great, and have him interrupted every time.
I told you what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Elias win the Intercontinental title, and when he gets close to, bring him back, if they bring back the Honkameter and have him get close to beating the Honky Tonk Man, actually have the Honky Tonk Man come out and have him actually blast the Honky Tonk Man with a guitar, which would be the greatest thing ever.
Well,
like Kane did?
What if he got really close to beating the Honky Tonk Man's record, and as he got, like, within, let's say, a week, the Honky Tonk Man comes out, blasts him with a guitar, and he loses?
I would be pissed.
To the Honky Tonk Man.
Shake, rattle, and roll, baby.
I think the ultimate fucking screw job would be if he did that, like blast him with the guitar and Baron Corbin won the Intercontinental title.
Okay, that would be tilt.
That would be fucking tizzle.
I wish he'd be off my TV forever.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's worse with the microphone? Baron Corbin or Shayna Baszler?
Shayna Baszler had a pretty decent week this week.
Oh no, it was
No,
fucking
that was terrible. She was not good this week.
It was not even good and terrible. It was just terrible. Fuck the good part. It was just
She
terrible.
stumbled through the entire thing. I still think he's better than Ronda.
And
On the mic?
Ronda like had a did promo she cut like 2 weeks ago. It was like some time. She was just like that's what it's thinking.
Dude, that sounded like the Swedish Chef.
Yeah. That's someone did. Have you ever seen the Wild Thor? Mary the
Yes.
Yeah. Someone did that.
They
did Donnie.
Yeah.
To like whenever Ronda Rousey like.
When you posted
Flea.
that shit, I almost pissed myself. I laughed so hard.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much what it is with Ronda Rousey.
Another great thing Flea has given us in the world.
Right.
Because, Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers is Donnie.
He's a goat.
He is a goat.
Also, the Halloween chick, Danielle Harris, played the voice of the older sister on the Wild Thorn Bears.
Mm-hmm.
She's hot as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'd fucking suck a fart out of her ass. Drink her bath water.
Mean Girls.
Snickers.
The one chick. Gretchen Wieners. Yeah, Gretchen Wieners.
Wienerstein.
Yeah, Gretchen Wieners, who also was the original voice of Bang on Family Guy, is Eliza Thornberry.
Right.
Lacey Chabot. Chabot?
Lacey Chabert.
Right. So anyway. Yeah, so Elimination Chamber tonight. WWE had a few things going on this week. Like,
You mean
what was it? Like, end of last week, they like randomly came up with Ruby Riott versus Ronda Rousey.
I'm here for it.
I'm so
here
ready
for
it.
I am.
I'm
I
glad
think
for
this is going to be a fun match.
Sure.
We know what the outcome's going to be, but
Speaking of bullshit that happened on Raw, what about the fact that they took Becky Lynch out of the main event after they just did this whole thing where they were like, all right, Becky, you're not going to be out of this match. And Vince McMahon was like, no, I'm going to suspend you for 60 days because, haha, fuck you, bitch. And then trolled the fans by putting Charlotte Flair in the main event because raise your hand if you want to see Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey in the main event of WrestleMania.
I don't mind
I'm going
seeing
Christian
that
on
match.
this one. I'm going Christian on this one.
That's Johnny Gargano, but go on.
Christian did it before Johnny Gargano
Yeah.
did.
My
Because
thoughts.
he was looking for his peeps.
Yes, he was. My thoughts on this. Obviously, they're trying to recapture the lightning in the bottle they had with Daniel Bryan 5 years ago.
And
to
Stone
an
Cold
extent-
Steve Austin from 20
From
years ago.
20 years ago. It's an old
What?
it's an old recycled storyline. It's not creative at all anymore. I wish they'd stop doing it, but
It's
The
Becky
re- the-
fucking Lynch.
the reaction they got when they put Charlotte in the match proves that they know what they're doing. Because it's genuine heat. Like no one wants to see this bitch in the match. They're like, I don't want to see it again. I mean,
And the
I
thing
want to see
is-
Becky Lynch versus fucking Ronda Rousey. It'd be awesome. They've had a great Twitter feud going on forever. I mean, that's one part that's kind of fucked up.
To kind of put it on a scale of how much Charlotte being in this match is so disliked. WWE, do you know what the most disliked or most unliked video on the WWE YouTube page was?
Now?
What it was about a week ago?
Oh, jeez. I
it
never
was
heard that stat.
Roman Reigns the night after he beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania when he came out and was like, "This is my yard now." And it's, after he got booed for 85 years.
Yeah.
That got 48,000 unlikes on their YouTube page. Charlotte Flair taking Becky's spot.
Yeah.
And the main event of WrestleMania got 52,000 dislikes on the YouTube page, making it the most hated video on the WWE YouTube page.
And there's a lot of videos on that page.
Yeah.
A lot of it, not like page videos, but a lot of it.
I mean, there's such great videos on that page, like Brock Lesnar telling Hulk Hogan, "Party's over, Grandpa."
Party's over, Grandpa.
And it's funny because I grew up a Hulkamaniac, and it's still the funniest thing I've ever seen because it's like, what you gonna do, Hulk, sir?
And Roddy Piper.
Orndorff fucking pissing his pants. He was laughing so hard was the greatest thing because he's like, "Yeah, Hogan, I fucking dare you." Brock Lesnar could fucking turn you into dust.
Right.
Mr.
Stardust.
Wonderful.
I mean, there's been other great videos that are on their page, but yeah, the fact that is the most hated video is fucking insane. That they actually found somebody, and the fact that Charlotte's kind of been playing off on this.
Well,
going out as winner.
finally, this is what they should have done from the start, but it took them like 3 or 4 months to figure out that Charlotte needs to be a heel, not like.
Well, she is the daughter of the greatest heel in professional wrestling history.
But he was also a great face.
Oh, he's a GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
He's
a top 5 wrestler in history.
He is the great. He is the greatest wrestler of all time. I know I throw out the term GOAT for maybe like 109 wrestlers in the industry, but Ric
I think
Flair
you're
is.
underselling that.
Okay, 246.
And that's still
But, that still doesn't sound right. I feel like I'm off by like 100 and going up more. But Ric Flair he is the GOAT. When Stone Cold Steve Austin came out and said that Ric Flair is the GOAT, you got to listen to Stone Cold Steve Austin because a GOAT would know what a GOAT looks like.
Right.
Fair.
And he's a 16-time world champion. He won championships in many different wrestling organizations. He's main evented WrestleMania. He's main evented Starrcade. I mean, hell, he main evented like almost every Starrcade for like the first 8 or 9 Starrcades that they had. And that's including the one where he was dressed up like a black scorpion.
Stop it.
The
So good.
second
So
worst
good.
storyline in the history of professional wrestling.
What's the first?
Katie Vick.
Fair enough.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. And third was Duke the Dumpster Josie.
Yeah, that was an
Not
abortion
the
of a
what
career.
do you mean? Not the custody for Dominic match?
Oh, please stop.
Oh,
That was like.
I could dedicate an entire 2.5 hours of an episode just to fucking stupid storylines that they did over the years.
Well, we do
custody
that.
for Dominic.
I mean, you could
That was
put
the best.
David Arquette winning the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
Hey, at least David Arquette's redeemed himself by becoming an actual professional wrestler now.
yeah.
No,
Death matches.
wrong. Stop.
He is.
No.
No,
No.
hey, he respects the profession.
He respects the business. Not his fault they booked him to win the title because Vince Russo's a moron.
You okay there?
He's trying to kill a storyline with custody for Dominic.
He's trying to kill brain cells because of
I
Dominic.
think Carmella needs to fight Corey Graves' wife in like a fucking ladder match for custody for his kids.
What if they did like a Lions cage match? Like
a Lions Den match, like Ken Shamrock, Steve Blackman.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about the fact that one of the other shittiest fucking storylines they did was when they had the Mae Young, Mark Henry, Mae Young gave birth to a hand.
Hey, the hand turned like 20 not that long ago.
He did.
I mean, that must have been something for you because you were like a child when that happened.
I don't think I wasn't really allowed to watch wrestling.
I was
sad.
Yeah, but I'd sneak it when I was at my cousin's house and stuff. And when I was 12, when I was like 10, I stopped caring what my mom said.
Hey,
Right.
Hear that, Mom?
Hi, Mom.
Papa Drew.
She doesn't watch.
Hi, Daddy Drew Carey.
Yeah, he's a
WWE Hall of Famer.
Never forget, my father is a WWE Hall of Famer.
Yeah, my uncle's in the NFL Hall of Fame. What's your point?
Ray Guy.
Ray Guy.
My other
Uncle Ray.
Uncle Ray.
Uncle Ray's in the NFL Hall of Fame.
My uncle makes great potato chips.
Yes. Yes.
The end.
Schneider's of Hanover.
Yes.
Jeff Schneider, Durbin.
And there's also Snyder's in Berlin. There's two of them.
Right.
Are you related to Rob Schneider?
No, because we don't spell our names.
I know, I was being
It's
an
spelled
ass.
dramatically different.
And I'm not
Is that,
Jewish.
and you're also not a stapler.
Rated PG-13. Rob Schneider is a carrot.
carrot.
Rated PG-13.
Oh, I'm a carrot. Oh, shit.
Well, wrestling.
Anyway, Dawson and Wilder
Holy
won
shit.
the tag
They
team
go
titles.
hard all day, all night.
Oh, the proud Southern people who be ready to fight. Say yeah.
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 I love Wilder and Dawson.
No, they're great. They're a great team.
You know why they're a great team? Because they were a better tag team than the tag team of do-it-yourself.
Doing themselves.
Johnny Gargano and the Sicilian psychopath himself. The biggest
You
star.
think they're a better team?
The Rival was a better team. They held the titles longer than the...
I mean, they held the titles on.
It doesn't matter if you hold the titles.
And I also like to put it out there that I think that DIY could have been a much better team if Tommaso Ciampa didn't have to carry Johnny Gargano.
Oh, please.
We all know that Johnny Gargano is the reason why they weighed that team down. He weighed that team down. Ciampa was the better star of the group.
Yeah, it's storyline.
He's been a fantastic.
He's been a great champion. He's been a great champion.
I love
Yeah.
it. This has been my favorite title run of anybody as NXT champion. Ciampa.
Yeah.
Because he's just been fantastic.
He's a heel champion. Has the belt for a long time.
And he's a great character.
Mm-hmm.
And he's arguably the biggest heel in all of WWE. From anybody that collects a paycheck from Vince and Kennedy McMahon, Ciampa might be the biggest heel. And that says a lot.
Because there's like 12,000 heels and like 4 baby faces.
Burn it down!
Even Daniel Bryan's a heel.
Yes, and he's actually
He's a goat.
fantastic. As
I love it.
heel.
I love his Kush belt.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that Eric Rowan was with him because it's
And his
fucking
Spyro the
retarded.
Dragon music. It sounds like Spyro the Dragon.
That's going to be part of my tinfoil theory for tonight.
Yeah,
I see.
same. I have a theory for that tonight too.
Yeah, I've got tinfoil ready for Elimination Chamber for the hemp title.
Please. You better win the hemp.
Oh my God, Matt Riddle's gonna get himself inserted into the match, win the title, and then smoke the belt in the middle of the ring.
Okay, that would be the greatest thing.
That would be the greatest moment in wrestling history.
the
More so than Hogan slamming the Giant.
No, the only way it's better is if RVD's also in the match, and they decide to fucking share it. Hey, bro, you want to roll that up?
Matt Riddle winning the hemp title and smoking in the middle of the ring would be a bigger moment than Hogan slamming the Giant, Shawn Michaels super kicking, then throwing Marty Jannetty through the paint shop window.
Barbershop.
But yeah, thank you. It'd be bigger than fucking Steve Austin with the bedpan smacking it against Vince McMahon's skull. It'd be bigger than fucking anything that WWE. The milk truck from fucking Kurt Angle. Booker
Beer
T
truck.
and Steve. The beer truck with Steve Austin. The fucking Booker T and Steve Austin fighting in the supermarket.
The sewage truck with Eddie Guerrero and the Big Show.
Fucking the big boss man with the cop car dragging the Big Show's dad's casting from the grave site.
Him cooking pepper.
Him feeding Al Snow pepper. It would have been better than freaking Chris Jericho throwing Shawn Michaels through the Geritron 5000. It would have been better than Santino having tea time with Santino with Sheamus. It would have been, but not better than R-Truth dressing up like a Confederate soldier in Richmond, Virginia. The greatest moment of
What's up, Aaron?
R-Truth.
Right.
United States champion. I hope he fucking dresses up a Confederate soldier now that he's U.S. champion.
Yeah, he won't do that.
That'd be the greatest.
That's too not PC for now.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks, Obama.
I don't believe
Whatever. Anyway, Dawson and Wilder win the tag team championships. I hope they have a good run. I hope that they actually take the Raw tag division out of the fucking dumpster and make it prominent. And there's nothing wrong with what Bobby Roode and Chad Gable did as champions, but like,
well, and here's the thing, like,
Other than the fact that Chad Gable acted like the fucking dorky younger brother that was just getting to do whatever the older brother did because that's what his mother told him to get to do.
here's the thing with
but the matches were fine. They
they're
were
fine.
really good.
But here's the thing with the tag division.
Oh, shit.
The tag
Oh,
divisions
shit.
are so fucking ignored. Both of them are. To the point where you can see what AEW is doing. They're signing a lot of teams. So if I'm a tag team,
I'm going to AEW.
I'm going to AEW. I'm going to try to get everything to get there. The only tag divisions that are good in WWE are the NXT tag divisions. Both of them.
SmackDown is
Both of them?
treated as a joke, but
There we go. Yeah, now we're.
Although we haven't seen Zach Gibson and the other guy in a while.
right.
But the important thing is, and they actually had it on NXT this week, we saw Jay's real favorite tag team, the team of Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan,
Yes.
come out and confront the Street Profits because they were like, we were in line to be the next champion.
And
of the line
Fabian
for the tag team.
Eichner and Marcel Bartel.
Well, God,
awesome.
I fucking love those guys. It's like World War II all over again.
Fuck.
Sad.
Germany and Italy joining forces, but Fabian Eichner is the GOAT. And he's going to strongly get some consideration to be the Brainless One's favorite wrestler when the Sheamus retires.
Hey,
Right.
You know
It's
who's
going
a
to
goat?
it's going to be a very, very sad day for the
Well,
Brainless One when Sheamus
Speaking
retires.
of goats, Umberto Carrillo is fucking really good.
Yeah.
He's really, really
Yeah.
good. And you know what? They had Simone Biles' boyfriend in his tag team, Stacey Urban Jr.
Oh
Yeah.
God, that's who he's dating?
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. She could break his
the
fucking
Olympic
neck.
gold
The
medalist?
goat of goats of gymnastics. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not the GOAT of GOATs of Olympic champions because God only knows that the greatest Olympian of all time in the state of
Bruce Jenner.
in the United States was, and always will be
Bruce Jenner.
the pot smoking hippie Michael Phelps.
Fair enough. He also has like 12,000 events.
It doesn't matter,
And
and he doesn't lose.
She doesn't lose.
what about Carl Lewis?
What about Rocky Marciano? I'm kidding.
That's
Wow.
A1.
No.
That's A1.
I still think that the greatest Olympian of all time was, and always
Bruce
will
Jenner.
be Kurt Angle, because no matter what any of those motherfuckers do, whether it's the Summer Olympics or the Winter Olympics, none of them, and don't at me, bro, and don't try to change my mind, none of them ever won an Olympic gold medal with a broken fucking neck. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. I will defend Kurt Angle every day till the day I die.
Right?
I love Kurt Angle.
He's
I
a
most
goat.
certainly do not suck.
Right?
The three eyes.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Mm.
The three eyes. Intensity, integrity, and intelligence.
You don't have the third one, definitely.
Yeah, you don't.
I know. Duh. You gotta have a brain to have intelligence.
Yes.
If you're brainless, you don't have a brain.
Yes.
I like
Is
this.
James Ellsworth going to be in the Elimination Chamber? Now that you mentioned
I'm
him.
gonna fucking smack you with this beer bottle.
I love James Ellsworth.
I don't.
He's a goat.
Isn't he like a child molester or something?
Yeah, him and
Something
him
like
and
that.
LT hang out a lot.
Wienerstein.
Him and Lawrence Taylor hang out a lot.
I think he went to Penn State.
great.
Wow. No, it was girls, not boys.
Oh.
So he went to Duke.
Okay, that was proven false.
That was untrue.
Okay, so he went to North Carolina.
No, he went
Lawrence
to
Taylor.
Michigan State.
Stop it with your fucking Big 12. No, I'm sorry, Big 10.
10.
Oh,
There's actually 14 teams, but yeah.
the Big 10.
But there's still the Big 10. 14.
Around 14.
They're the big suck my dick.
Anyway.
Fuck Ohio State.
Yeah, I can't wait till they win the title this year.
Again.
No. You won't.
Again.
You will not.
Win a title.
You guys don't have the best quarterback in college football.
You don't need to have the best.
And that's going to be future.
Wait.
Patriots
Tim Tebow won the national title, and he is not good.
Yeah, he would be a hell of a WWE
For Urban Meyer.
And he would be a great addition to the XFL.
Not as much as Colin Kaepernick. I'm calling it right now. Brainless Logics 101. Colin Kaepernick. XFL. Collision course.
Ooh. Great.
Maybe mark it as a top star. Or top heel.
Top guy.
Depending. Top guy's out.
And then they can bring in Baron Corbin.
Yeah, Barry Corbin and
Mojo Rawley.
And Sabby Piscatelli.
And Keith Lee.
Yeah. And
They
Stone
should do
Cold
that.
Steve Austin.
They should put a team together of former NFL players that are now professional wrestlers.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
They gotta somehow try
Stan
to move
Larry
from
Hansen.
Impact. No, Stan Hansen cannot play football anymore. He's like 70. So. See that one guy out there? He's like
JDL.
Yeah. Anyway, right? So hopefully Dawson and Wilder will add some stability to the Raw tag team division. As much as you're saying, like, yeah, outside of NXT, they don't really like treat the
They
tag
don't care
division
about
well.
it, and this is why I'm like, this women's tag team title shit, I'm like, okay, cool, we're giving him a new belt. That's awesome. That's great. What are you going to do once you have it?
Until recently, I would say the SmackDown Tag Team Championships were not treated as a joke.
Yeah, Shane McMahon and The Miz winning the tag team titles.
What
Proves that
was
the tag
shit?
team titles are a fucking
No,
joke.
and they probably don't know how to fucking book these belts. I don't understand why they have a problem with this.
That's because they didn't listen to the Brainless one when they first did this roster split, where they should have put all the women on one show and all the tag teams on the other show. So you could have all the tag teams being on the forefront on SmackDown and all the fucking women on the forefront of Raw. Because now that's exactly what you're doing. Because you're basically taking the two biggest stars of the women's division from SmackDown and you're putting them on Raw to fight Ronda Rousey for the title. Because I'll be damned if they don't have this as a triple threat match at fucking WrestleMania.
No, they're
in the
definitely
main
not.
event. Unless Charlotte pops a boobie right before WrestleMania again.
Ooh, you never know.
Not good.
You never know.
Anyway, hopefully this is like a catapult to bring the Raw tag division from shitdom to.
Or, as our
All
president would say, make the Raw tag team division great again.
I'm sure he has said that.
He's a WWE Hall of Famer.
He is a WWE Hall of Famer.
Yeah, they don't like talking about that.
You know who else is a WWE Hall of Famer? Your dad.
That's true. Drew Carey.
You know who else is a WWE Hall of Famer? Bob Barker. Mike Tyson. Coco Beware.
Soon to be two-time Hall of Famer Bret the Hitman Hart.
There's not a human being on the planet that deserves.
Yeah,
to
but
be
you know
two-time
who's
Hall
going to
of
be in the
Famer.
Hall of Fame more times than anybody else?
Ric Flair.
No.
Triple H.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Triple H. But the thing is, they're going to induct all these groups in the same year. So it'll just be all Triple H at the Hall of Fame.
Evolution, fucking him and China are gonna get inducted together.
The Authority.
Him by himself.
Him by himself.
Wow, this is great. I'm getting inducted again in this Hall of Fame. Fuck you, Triple H.
He does an entrance every time. But he has to do it to every song he's ever had. So he has to do Blue Blood, and then he has to do the guy who did the DX one.
Yeah.
And then he
You
has to
think
do
you
the
can
game.
tell us what to do?
And then his other song that he did.
What's up?
My Time.
Nigga?
My Time.
My time.
Which is an underrated Triple H song.
Yeah,
but
it was fantastic.
Not as good as fucking Lemmy. Nothing's ever as good as Lemmy. Miss
The
him.
GOAT.
I miss him.
Lemmy should be in the Hall of Fame.
Lemmy should be in the Hall of Fame. That WrestleMania 22 performance where he forgot the words to his own song was amazing.
WrestleMania 17, where he didn't forget the words to his own song, but
Yeah, 22 he definitely did not remember. It was
he
amazing.
was drunk.
You think he lived? I'm surprised he lived to 70.
Yes,
What the fuck?
he literally like performed up until like what 2 weeks before he
Yeah,
died.
and it's like, oh, you got cancer. He's like, oh, that sucks. Well, I guess I'm gonna die now. Like,
All right, I'm gonna go back to drinking.
he was
Jack Daniels instead
yeah,
of.
he was cool with it. He was like, all right, well, I've lived longer than I expected, so
Good for me.
live the fucking life of a rock star. I can't really complain about my life.
It's
Yeah.
all about the game and how you play it.
and all about me, Joe. You can dig it.
Yeah. So, shall we?
Should we move on?
Should we move on to the fact that the gauntlet match from SmackDown Live to determine the last entrant into the Elimination Chamber is still going on, but just as not as long as the Raw gauntlet match from last year?
So, allegedly, with this was Kofi Kingston was inserted into the slot that originally Mustafa Ali was in, and literally they did not change the booking at all. This was supposed to be Mustafa Ali getting to the end and
Almost to the end.
getting killed. And more or less they're like going, all right, we're gonna put Kofi Kingston there just because.
You're out. It's a very, very sad day.
But more or less with you know, the New Day decided to insert Kofi Kingston out of the three of them into this match to be the participant in the Elimination Chamber. A couple of years ago, Xavier Woods said, my goal with this group, I want Kofi Kingston to be the World Heavyweight Champion.
He deserves it.
No, he absolutely deserves it. I mean,
And Kofi killed it for over an hour. There were bits during this where it seemed like they were trying to slow things down a little bit. The Samoa Joe portion in particular, where it's like, dude, Joe, throw him in the coquina clutch and choke him fucking out. But I don't know if he was, the character was playing with him or what have you. But like,
right.
I will say this about the Elimination Chamber for the WWE Championship. 5 of the 6 guys, I would have zero issue if any of them won. 5 of the 6 guys.
Who's the 6?
The only guy I don't want to see win the WWE Championship is Jeff Hardy.
You don't want to see Jeff Hardy have
I
another
don't want
title
to
run.
see Jeff Hardy as the champion. I love Daniel Bryan right now with his hemp
Oh, he's
championship.
fucking great.
He's fucking
He's
fantastic.
best he's ever been.
I
Best
fucking
he's ever
love,
been in WWE.
I fucking love AJ Styles. So I would love to see him as champion again.
Sure.
Just because if he becomes champion, then
I
he's
would
not
say
going to AEW.
there's almost a 0% chance of that. In my view.
I would
In my
love to see Joe as champion.
Yeah, that'd be the best thing
I
they
would
could probably do.
fucking love to see Joe as champion.
If Daniel
I
Bryan's
have a
ever
theory with this.
Obviously, because of the fact that I have a personal affinity towards the 13-time former WWE champion, and the fact that he is a GOAT and a third-generation GOAT, I would love to see Randy Orton as champion once again because fuck, it's Randy Orton.
He's a
And
GOAT.
I would love to see him break Ric Flair's record for most championships.
And it only makes sense, evolution.
And finally, and I can't stress this enough, I would love nothing more than to see Kofi Kingston walk out as WWE champion at Elimination Chamber because the guy, if anything, longevity.
Sure.
The guy has been there forever. He has been a loyal employee for them. He has also given them, I mean, he rarely gets hurt. I mean, yeah, he had that injury where he had the knee injury about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, but they never really took him off TV or anything. Well, they
They
took him
didn't
off
take him
TV,
off TV,
but
but
they
like
took the
he-
whole group off TV.
Yeah.
That's what they needed to do.
But the thing is that he's been loyal. He's been there for
Yeah.
God only knows how long, and he's not even that old. He's only a year older than me.
Sure.
He's only going to be 37 this year.
He's been around since what, 2006? 2007? Yeah, he's been there for a long
When he
time.
was Kofi Kingston on EC.
It was Kofi Kingston, man.
When he was
Yeah.
Jamaican.
And it's just like, hey, Kofi, what happened to your Jamaican accent?
What?
Looks like it's trouble in paradise.
Uh,
When they fucking busted out the fucking cardboard box time machine,
Yeah,
that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
it was pretty bad.
It was better than the fucking old days segment.
Okay, that's also true. The So the thing about Kofi,
Oh, I want to go back to 2009. That was funny.
That was a good year for me.
that was my best year. The thing about Kofi is, he's been a great hand in the ring. He does all these cool things with the Royal Rumbles, is what he's been remembered for now. But it's like, do we really want him to be remembered just for that? I want to see a title reign out of that.
I think he has been there long enough and has done enough for the WWE
Sure.
to warrant him winning the WWE Championship. And if he wins the title tonight, my God, the crowd's gonna fucking
And
go
honestly,
nuts.
he is 1/3 of the. Okay, remember when the New Day first started? They
Yeah,
fucking
they
they
were
were
trash.
horrendous.
When they were
One of the
new-
worst
when
things
they-
I've
when
ever
they were-
seen.
When they were the new gay,
No, I mean like before when they were gospel singers.
yes, that was when they were the new gay.
Yeah, okay, so you call them.
Yeah.
So this is just trash for months and months. This is the worst thing I've seen on WWE. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
It was the dumbest
And
shit
then-
I've ever seen.
And then, you know what? Kofi and them are like, hey, let's stick with it. Let's keep evolving. And they slowly but surely got themselves over. And they had a great tag match. I can't remember what pay-per-view it was. That everyone went from New Day sucks to New Day rocks.
Yep.
And they've never looked back. They've been
It was probably against the Usos.
yeah. I mean, in my opinion, I think it's time to break the New Day up anyway. It's
No, they
been a
don't-
long time.
they don't
They're
need-
not going to
They
do
don't
it.
need to break up the New Day. They just need them to do something other than just be tag team champions.
Sure.
And throw
And-
pancakes out.
And
to
you
the-
know what?
I
Have
love pancakes.
put a singles title on Kofi. Give
Yeah.
Kofi the world title. And can you imagine the reaction? Can you imagine?
Oh yeah.
It will be Eddie Guerrero winning the title over again.
Yep.
Like it just unbelievable. Like this is what they should fucking do. But
Santino
you know,
almost winning the Royal Rumble in
Rusev almost
2011.
winning the fucking
Rusev
Rumble.
almost winning the Rumble. Like a lot of like shit that they should do. I mean, it'll be the greatest pop ever. Everyone will be talking about it.
Yeah.
Everyone will be all about Kofi. And Kofi's a good wrestler, so he can have a good run.
And he would have the New Day in his corner.
And the New Day and New Day shit writes itself. So like, this would be the easiest thing for creative to ever do.
Right. So Kofi taking the place of Mustafa Ali in this match, and literally they just booked it the same. Kofi went out there and
So
Killed it.
is he like legit hurt or is it a work?
No, he's legit hurt.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
really
He
sucks,
got the
man.
fucking black eye and everything.
but
That
his
really
back
sucks.
is fucked up.
That really sucks. He was getting a good push. He worked his way off of 205 Live, which no one has ever done.
Other than like Drake Maverick.
That doesn't
And,
count.
and Lashley! Lashley!
That doesn't count either.
Lashley! I want him to fucking get fucking
He's on the
locked
show
up so
tonight.
bad.
He's on the show tonight.
I know, and I hope Finn Balor beats the shit out of him too.
Lashley. No, like, but as a in-ring performer, he worked himself off
Oh, yeah,
205 Live
I agree.
because of he got himself over. Everyone loved him, and you know what? He's a great hand in the ring.
You know who would actually make a really good transition from 205 to the main roster if it ever happens? Buddy Murphy.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, but I don't even think Buddy Murphy's a real cruiserweight.
He's not.
He's like 220. So
Buddy Murphy and I think Cedric Alexander could handle his own on the main roster as well. He's like the modern day Kofi Kingston.
Maharaja.
oh yeah, Maharaja. What about the Singh brothers? They should be on 205.
They should be. They were the cruiserweight.
Yeah.
class.
I mean, but then you can't like swing them around like
Like
to the
Randy Orton
20th
did?
row or Brock Lesnar
Okay.
or
The one
Braun
guy actually
Strowman.
ended up hurting himself because he went up for Randy Orton and ended up crashing through the table at like 200 miles an hour.
And then Orton was like,
Yeah.
He was like, damn. I didn't think you were
I
going
love
up
that.
that hard.
I love that Orton reacts to these things just like he reacted to like Samoa Joe's promo when he cut it on Jeff Hardy the other week.
The same thing when
That was such a good
when
promo.
Batista called out Triple H for WrestleMania, and Orton was like, "Oh god damn." That's why Randy Orton is the GOAT.
No, Randy Orton's facials are amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, his facial expressions. I don't,
He's got the greatest mannerism
I
ever.
don't, I don't know his wife.
His wife is fucking hot as shit.
Yeah, she is. She is a
Second
MILF.
wife.
Kim Norton is fucking.
And his first wife was pretty.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
With arms wide open.
who won the gauntlet match?
Randall Keith Orton.
Because after Kofi had that solid run where he took out Daniel Bryan and he took
Samoa
out Samoa
Joe.
Joe and he took out Jeff Harvey, AJ Styles came out and felt bad because Samoa Joe was like put him in the coquina clutch. It's like, no man, fuck it, let's wrestle. AJ Styles ended up beating Kofi Kingston, and AJ was waiting for Orton to come out and
Out of nowhere.
Orton hits him with the RKO, pins him, and I'm like, you couldn't have ended that any better.
I hear voices in my head.
Because Randy Orton has the greatest finisher in the history of professional wrestling.
The diamond cutter.
Stop.
The evolved diamond cutter. Yes.
Out of nowhere.
Yes. So yeah.
Holy shit, it's fucking Raiden. Again.
That's what she said.
Again.
So anyway, well, Randy Orton ends up winning this thing, and he is going last in this match. And I think he would not be against smoking the hemp belt.
Randy Orton? I don't think he would be either. I just want to see someone light up the hemp belt and try to smoke it. Even though hemp is not like weed.
So what are the chances that we can actually get on a plane right now, we fly to Houston, and I win the fucking hemp championship?
Okay, well, you'd have to, like...
Pass your test.
Yeah, you're right. I gotta wait till Friday.
Wait, pass the test.
Gotta wait till
they need to sell the hemp championship online.
No.
Yes.
It'd
Yes.
be the number one
Yes.
thing in the history of
Yes.
shop.com.
Yes.
And I would buy a hemp title. I fucking love that. I love it.
I'd buy like 12 of them.
I love that thing.
And
I think it's the best looking title in WWE. I'm not even joking.
Stop.
No, I'm not even joking about that.
See, I think UK
It's better than-
Championship is
Okay, I love
best,
that title.
but
I do love that title.
But
However,
like the hemp championship
Of the main
is-
roster titles, it's better than the fucking Universal title. That's for damn
Yeah.
sure.
Not
Yeah.
saying much.
It's better. Well, the World Heavyweight
I
title.
can take a fucking dump and write the WWE logo on it, and it look better than the fucking Universal Championship.
I love the hemp title. It's so good. and like Daniel Bryan like wears it perfectly. It's so perfect. It's his smoking skull belt.
Yeah.
Well,
I love it.
and you got Eric Rowan, who no longer
He doesn't
appears
wear
to have a
flashbacks.
wedgie.
He still has the wedgie. Stop him, Jay.
He appears to not have the
He
wedgie.
just pulls it out before he goes to the ring.
That's what she said.
Maybe he finally found pants that fit him properly.
Well, you mean he doesn't have to wear a suit anymore. He doesn't wear dumpster
The
grocery
onesie.
stuff. Yeah. Did he get more tattoos, or did the like suit?
He looks like he. Honestly,
Yeah,
it looks
that
like
does.
he's been training with Cassius Ohno because he looks bigger than he was.
Well,
Like, why did you? I just don't understand. Him and fucking Harper were the hottest tag team and unstoppable as the Bludgeon Brothers.
Mhm.
They had a hell of a run. They were the fucking SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. They won the titles at WrestleMania. And then he gets fucking
I think
hurt.
this goes into Jay's tinfoil theory. I knew we were going with this.
The Bludgeon Brothers were working. Even though they look like a bunch of retards with their fucking attire, the Bludgeon Brothers was
Hey,
working on
Remember
It stood
when
out.
we went to that house show in Norfolk maybe like 3 years ago? And
Hey guys, I gave my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough.
yeah, like the car cuts this fucking terrible promo. He's like, I'm gonna be WWE champion one day. And of course I'm all about it, and no one else was. I'm like, I hate all of you fuckers.
I was too. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't fucking love me.
Okay, I was very vocal.
In Norfolk.
I was very vocal about it. I was like, "Boo!" And then like,
Hey! Don't take that with a grain of salt. Just remember, Apollo Crews got the second loudest pop.
he
that night.
did. No, Apollo Crews, they fucked him up. But like,
Just stop. Just like that. Where is that?
I know where you're going with that.
Just walk away.
Just walk away.
Just walk away.
Just walk away.
Yeah.
No, Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
But Roman Reigns did get the loudest pop that night.
He did.
No surprising.
Well, yeah, because it was boo. We all booed him. Very
Yeah,
loud.
we did. Yes.
A lot
It
of
was a
people.
very, very loud boo.
Actually, that was a very loud crowd that night.
Yes.
That's probably
what
the
she
loudest
said.
I've ever heard the Scope. They get it for anyone.
I would love to see them get another pay-per-view at the Scope, and we'd all be there.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, at least the three.
we need to
of us.
I'm okay with having a house show there because we haven't had one in a while.
Yeah.
I want a fucking NXT show like they did at the fucking
At
ODU.
At the TED.
Yeah,
Ted
which,
Constance Center.
a poorly attended NXT show because there was a hurricane coming. But
And
yeah,
what's up with that?
what's up with that?
I swear to God.
Tiny, take a look.
I as much as I want them to give us an NXT show here in Hampton Roads, Virginia, I would rather them name a hurricane Helms.
Not gonna happen.
And I hope it's like a fucking category 1 that becomes a tropical storm after like 12 minutes. And it's like the worst hurricane ever. Knowing my luck, they'd actually name the thing Hurricane Helms and it would fucking like wipe out like a fifth of the population of the United States. I'm like, well,
I'm a dick.
well.
Usually the H ones are bad, so
Yeah.
I mean,
as long as they wipe out like all of New York and California somehow, some way.
I mean, it'd be pretty hard to do California.
All the
'cause
Democrats and everything.
They don't really get hurricanes there.
They
It's
get
very,
tsunami.
very, very rare that you get a tropical storm. Very, very rare.
Right.
Though. The way the water is and the way the fault lines are, it just doesn't.
It doesn't.
I read a lot of
work
science, okay?
Okay.
Science.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Bill.
And Mr. Wizard's a fucking dick.
Fuck Mr.
Yes, he
Wizard.
was.
They used to like make us watch Mr. Wizard. I'm like, why are we watching Bill Nye? This is the worst class ever.
What are you talking about? When my science teacher let us watch Bill Nye, it was the greatest thing.
No,
Because
that's
my-
what I'm saying, because they made us watch Mr. Wizard instead of Bill Nye.
But
Fuck
the thing
Mr.
is,
Wizard.
we watched Bill Nye, and I was like, this is why you are the shittiest teacher ever, but you let us watch Bill Nye. Thank you, Mr. Bailey, for 2 years.
Bill.
A man who once drew a picture of a whale on a chalkboard and
Fuck you, whale.
called it Michelle.
Michelle the Whale.
True story. My science teacher.
Did your sister kill said teacher?
No, but my sister is climbing up the ladder of success, and my sister will be the Secretary of Treasury for Donald Trump in 2020 when he wins his re-election. Which is fine by me because then she'll run for president in 2024 and just
Against The Rock.
Against The Rock, and she'll beat The Rock, and which is fine by me because I will at least at worst be I will be the head of Secretary of Treasury.
Wait,
Hey,
wait,
Rock's
no.
Transportation.
You should be
Transportation.
Secretary of Agriculture.
It'll be transportation.
Okay, I don't want him to like inspect any roller coasters. You
Hey,
understand
hey,
that?
be
Yes.
careful with
Yes, yes.
What,
that. I'm buried with that fucking thing. That is my most prized possession.
I know.
I want you to be Secretary of
I never noticed how
Agriculture
good
so
this
you can help the hemp population grow.
No, we all want me to be president in 2024 because if I became president of the United States in 2024, everybody knows my campaign slogan would be "Make America Brainless Again."
I think Virginia resident Dwayne Johnson will become the next governor of Virginia and then become president.
You would
You
vote
never
for me
know.
if I ran for president.
If you're running against The Rock, I'd have to consider it.
Well, just think. If I become president, you get a fucking position in my cabinet.
Okay, then I'm voting for you.
I mean, you already have. I've already told you you're Secretary of State, so you're fine.
Favoritism is alive and well.
Tism?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I secretary of?
Probably agriculture.
That's
What you asked for.
No, yeah, that's perfect because I get to inspect roller coasters.
And pot.
And that too.
When's
And,
legal.
and our good friend Jesse would be Secretary of Sanitation.
No. Why isn't Drosy?
I don't want fucking Duke Drosy in my fucking cabinet.
I do.
I don't want retards in there. I'm already gonna have them. I'm already gonna put somebody else in
I
there.
mean, can't be worse than what we have now. Oh.
That's why I'm running for president.
Hey!
That's gonna be my campaign
Hey!
slogan. I'm not as retarded as Donald Trump. Make America brainless again.
Yeah.
As my running mate will also be a Democrat, so it will make things even more fucking retarded.
Tommy said he is chief of staff.
Chief of staff.
Tommy, you will be part of my cabinet too. I gotta find a good spot for you.
He will be the Secretary of Sport.
I don't know where I'm gonna put you yet, Tommy. I
The
already have-
Secretary of Professional
What
Wrestling
does Linda McMahon do? She's Secretary
of
of
Small Business
Small Business.
Administration.
Yeah.
She's actually killing her job.
Oh no, she's really great. No,
I-
she was like the only one they had no problem with.
Yeah.
She was the only one like during these confirmation hearings, no one had a problem with her.
Yeah. because they know she was going to do a good
Yeah,
job.
they're like, all right,
She's
well,
to go.
yeah, 100%, you're in.
She should be running the state of Connecticut
Yeah.
because if she was running the state of Connecticut, I probably would not be living in Virginia right now.
Seth, thanks for tuning in. Seth tuning in from KC.
Go Chiefs.
Hey, you know what? If you didn't cut Kareem Hunt,
The
Would've won
punter.
the
There it
Super
is,
Bowl.
there it is.
Yeah.
but now, sadly, my team signed him. But he's from land, so we have to take care
But
of
the
him.
Browns are going to win the Super Bowl.
Browns are winning the Super Bowl next year. Browns are winning the Super Bowl. And Baker Mayfield, we're back to Mahomes. Baker Mayfield winning.
Yeah. So,
Tommy said he could be vice president. He's going to run the country from the shadows.
The Shadows.
great.
I don't know,
like
Tommy.
it.
If anything, you'll probably be like Attorney General at worst.
Right.
Because I already have my VP, I already have my Secretary of State, I already have my Secretary of Agriculture, I already have my Secretary of Transportation. My sister's going to be my Secretary of the Treasury because I trust my sister with the Treasury more than anything else. Probably Secretary of Defense, probably my friend Andrew from up north. Jesse definitely is a slam dunk for fucking.
Well, we already know who your press secretary is.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be F. Mark's Hall of Famer
Sean O.
And it'll be the greatest fucking press secretary. He'll also hold that position shorter than a fucking Kardashian wedding or marriage. So
Yeah, then I can be it.
Chris
Because
Humphrey.
I'd actually be good at that. So,
Yeah.
no, I would hire Andy Fox.
hey, goes to the
Yes, Sonny Michael.
Hey, you guys play fantasy football?
You guys do weed?
Hey,
Hey,
hey, morning, broadcasters. He'll say that like during.
He'll say that during the press conference.
Yeah.
Morning, broadcaster.
Morning, broadcasters.
good morning, broadcasters. We're here at the State of the Union address. Andy, it's like 9 o'clock at night, you dumbass. Hey,
All right.
Sonny Michael.
I love Andy. Shout out to Andy if he's ever seen
Andy
him.
The
Fox,
goat.
you are the goat.
Oh man, I love Andy. He's great. He's a
Yep.
great guy.
Yep.
But if you do like what you are watching here, this would be the perfect opportunity for you to know that you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Periscope, and subscribe to us on the YouTube at the THE, the letter F, the letter N, MARKS. If you follow us on all of those social media outlets, we will follow you back. That's always been our mantra for 119 episodes.
Yeah.
And we're live on Daily Wrestling Entertainment on Facebook. Make sure
Yes.
you like that page too if you have not already liked it. So
We are the official podcast of the Daily Wrestling Entertainment.
Is that what they're calling you
wrestling
now?
page?
Daily Wrestling Entertainment, baby.
No, I've been calling us the greatest podcast ever since day
Since
one.
day one, I know.
Is H.
I mean, we're better than the Solid Monster.
Fair.
Okay,
We'll go with that, I guess.
No, we're not, but that's okay. We're definitely not.
Yes,
better
we
than-
are. Yes,
we're
we
not-
are.
Hey, we're not better than Stone Cold Steve.
We're
Austin.
different. We're different.
We're not better than Steve.
We're
Austin.
different.
Why? Steve Austin drinks beer.
We're different.
I can't disrespect the fucking.
All right,
Steve
so
Austin.
Seth is saying he wants tonight to be iconic.
Oh,
Interesting.
All right?
So is that a good way for us
That's
to
a
get
good
into
segue.
our Elimination Chamber predictions?
Absolutely.
Which is good because if Jesse was here and the 6 people in the chamber, he would say like 4 or 5 of them would win.
he'd say all six.
What?
He actually said like 8 of them will win.
Yeah, somehow a team that or a person who's not in the Elimination Chamber would win.
Yes.
So
We have for the pre-show, we have Akira Tozawa going 1-on-1 against Buddy Murphy for the.
Cruiserweight Championship.
cool.
I'm going with Buddy Murphy.
Murphy's had it for a long time, but I agree. I think Murphy keeps the title. I love Tozawa. I mean, when he was part of Titus Worldwide, and he had the ha, and he's still doing that thing, and he's a hell of a hand in the ring, and to me, like, still has, like, the best German suplex in the business.
Nice snap German.
It's freaking incredible. And it's too bad he didn't get his own gimmick like Suplex City. But yeah, I see Buddy Murphy winning this
Suplex
match.
City
I think
Rising
it's
Sun.
going to be a fun match, an entertaining match. Murphy going over though.
I agree. Murphy goes over. I haven't watched episode 205 Live in like 3 years. Wherever
The last time we watched it,
We
were
kind of
actually
watched
there.
a little bit of one.
Actually, you know what? That is the last time I watched it. We were there.
That was about a year ago.
It fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Because it was they were
The Jack-o'-lantern match.
Yeah, they were about to go on a European tour, and we didn't get to see Asshole Amore. So,
And you can't teach.
did you see what he tweeted about Corey
Yeah.
Graves? Oh my God, dead. That's so good.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah.
I miss Enzo.
In a way.
I miss the character, but he's a fucking...
Oh, he's a piece of
He's a
shit.
total piece of
piece
shit.
of crap as a human being.
But you know what? He added something to the show.
Yeah.
He couldn't wrestle at all. He couldn't barely function at all. But hey, he added something.
He made the cruiserweight division in the 205 show relevant.
And then the King of the Cruiserweights took it to the next level, in my view.
Of the cruiser.
So actually, the King of the Cruiserweights took it to a next level. Then Enzo gave it the character it needed. Because
And
nobody wants to root for a show whose biggest star is a Keebler elf.
hey, he makes great cookies.
Yes, he does.
Pac is awesome.
Fuck
Yeah.
him.
I love Bastard Pac.
I tried as much as I could to get him to block us on Twitter, and he wouldn't.
Yeah, he's Bastard Pac.
Yeah,
Because he's not a fucking pussy like Kevin Owens.
Ooh.
coming back soon.
Good. Fuck him.
I'm excited.
Hope he fucking tears his vagina. When
He
turns
won't
in the
be.
ring.
This is like the only time Kevin Owens ever been injured in his career.
Fuck him.
Wow. Kevin Owens is
He
awesome.
can eat a fat fucking dick with his cupcakes.
Anyway,
Kevin Owens is a good
so
wrestler.
everybody
lost
has
one
Betty
weight.
Murphy. Buddy Murphy.
Betty-
So he's anti. He's anti-Capizono.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
He's gonna be fucking Kevin Everyman. I'm like, you fucking faggot. Fuck you, Kevin Owens, you piece of shit.
What? What's wrong with that?
I hate Kevin Owens! I blame Finn Balor for the fact that I hate Kevin Owens. Because Kevin Owens
Why?
will never become Universal Champion, which means that he never would have had his fucking cupcake look on his face. I never would have fucking tweeted my silly little fucking tweet at him, which means he never would have blocked us, and I would still be a fan of Kevin Owens. But because of the fact that he is...
Kevin Owens blocks everybody.
He's a
He
fucking
blocks
spineless
everybody.
pussy. He's a spineless
That's his
pussy.
gimmick.
He's a fag. That's what he is.
Is Sami
What's
Zayn.
wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but he's a bitch. Fuck that guy.
All right, so Joshua says, do we think that they're going to finally announce somebody from the Hall of Fame? Now, it's
No,
been leaked
probably
that the Hart Foundation, the original Hart Foundation, is going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, like
Bret
a year
Hart, Jim
too
the
late.
Anvil, Neidhart, and Jimmy Hart, and that's why I have banned myself from watching WWE Hall of Fame ever again. I will talk about the WWE Hall of Fame. I will not watch it ever again. Vader should have been in several years ago.
Agreed.
Vader should have been in.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart should have been
Hart
in
Foundation should have
several
been in.
years ago. And the
China-
fact that they
China
keep on
should
letting
have
these
been
people
in.
fucking die. They let them die before they put them in. Demolition will, like, at least one of them will die before they get into the damn...
To be
The Repo
fair, I'm surprised that Axe is still alive.
Repo Man?
That's Smash.
Oh, sad.
Yeah.
I love the Repo Man.
But this is the prime opportunity for them to put the greatest wrestler of all time into the Hall of Fame in his home state of
Johnny
New
Gargano?
Jersey, and that would be King Kong Bundy.
I thought you were talking about Bam Bam Bigelow.
Bam Bam Bigelow should have already been in years ago too. King Kong Bundy should have already been in years ago. But we could have this discussion every day until I'm fucking blue in the
And
face.
that's why I'm not going to watch it or support it anymore. I will talk about it on this show, but I am not, like...
Just remember who is the only person who makes a decision on that.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon.
Well, if it
Fucking
wasn't,
bullshit.
well,
If there was like a panel,
if it wasn't for Triple H,
Yeah.
Bruno Sammartino would still not be in the Hall of Fame.
exactly.
And he's
No.
the greatest wrestler. of
No,
all time.
if there was like a panel that did it, if there was some sort of vote, maybe among the wrestlers or something like that, I'd be all about it.
Or the fans.
Or,
like,
or the
literally,
fans, or even writers. Like,
what,
Oh, there it is!
What?
There it is! We figured it out! This is where this was gonna go.
What?
Because Jeff wants his boy Dave Meltzer
Dave
to
Meltzer
be
has his
part
own-
of it.
he
So
has
can
his
be
own
part-
Hall of Fame.
So we
He
have
has his own Hall
our
of Fame.
own Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so do we.
And you know what? Our
Rick
Hall
Mark-
of Fame is more important than fucking Dave Meltzer's Hall of Fame because Dave Meltzer's Hall of Fame is like Kenny
the
Omega.
fans are there.
And the fucking cum stains that he has on his
There!
He's fucking started it. He fucking started it.
I
Fucking
said
fuck
writers.
Dave Meltzer. He shouldn't be a part of this fucking Hall of Fame shit.
yeah, he hates it too because it's stupid. Anyway,
absolutely agree. Rick Martel should have been in a
Of course he should have been years ago.
long time
Rick
ago.
Martel. Like, there are so many people who should be in
Like,
the
I
Hall of
understand
Fame.
the whole Owen Hart not being in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's
thing.
because his wife won't let it happen.
His widow is. I understand that. But Rick Rude should have been in fucking years ago. Obviously, he wasn't.
He would
gonna
not
get
have gotten in before he died.
Same
Mr.
thing with
Perfect
Mr.
would not
Perfect, yes.
have gotten in before he died.
That was,
Macho Man was a fucking egregious
That's where it all
omission.
and
egregious.
I'll tell you right now, at least they weren't fucking retarded enough to do it with the Warrior. They basically waited just long enough to get the Warrior in before he died, because he literally died
The next
2
day.
years or 3 years or 3 days after he fucking got inducted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else is a player.
What's up,
omission.
Tim?
Well, there's one omission that can't happen. It's Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
Who else we got?
One Man Gang.
One Man Gang. Slash Keen. Let's see who else.
There
Who
are
the fucking Godfather's in the Hall of Fame? Hey, you know when DX goes in, your favorite wrestler ever is going in the Hall of Fame.
X-Pac honestly should be
I
in.
will throw my goddamn
X-Pac should be in the Hall of Fame.
Should be. No, he's a
He
great.
was a
He's
part
Yes,
of DX.
yes, I agree with Tommy right there. The Shockmaster, fucking Tugboat,
There he is.
aka Typhoon, motherfucker is on our goddamn wall.
Norfolk's own.
Norfolk's own should be in the Hall of Fame. Him and Earthquake actually should be in the Hall of Fame.
Skinner.
Stop.
You know what? Skinner, as a
Stop.
behind-the-scenes person, based off of what he's done for the business, I wouldn't be against that. But who deserves to be in before him is Finley.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
Finley
yes.
for sure.
I have to pee.
William Regal.
Yes. Like, Regal had a fine career.
Dan Spivey.
Waylon Mercy.
Yes.
The original Bray Wyatt.
I enjoyed Dan Spivey as the Golden Boy. I enjoyed him more as the Skyscrapers with Sid. Another dude who needs to be in the Hall of Fame is Psycho Sid, because he main evented multiple, not just one, multiple WrestleManias, was a heavyweight champion, and like he's not it. It's just like the baseball writers, like with Kurt Schilling, he had like a certain level of like being getting Hall of Fame votes. He said a few things that pissed people off, and then all of a sudden he dropped off. No, you base this off their career. There are certain things where you're like, all right, they
killed
like Chris
somebody.
Benoit. You have omitted yourself
No,
for
he's
your
done.
life.
Done.
You're done.
No, that's never happening. Chris Benoit, listen to me, you fucking tinfoils. Chris Benoit is never, ever getting into the fucking Hall of Fame. Stop bringing it up. Stop talking about it. He's never going into the Hall of Fame. I hate when people fucking bring that up. That drives me nuts. It's never gonna happen.
Somebody bring up Marty Jannetty, and that's a name I've brought up before.
Yeah.
I have zero problem with Marty Jannetty getting into the Hall of Fame. He had a better career than Coco Beware. He won the Intercontinental title multiple times. He won the Tag Team Championship.
Sure.
Like,
Sorry.
he had a longer run, a better run than Coco Beware.
And
Marty Jannetty should be in, and even if it isn't as the Rockers, he could be going in on his own, in my view.
Also, Marty Jannetty is known
Wendy
as the
Richter
greatest butt
It's not
of-
in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's a fucking joke.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna
And Cyndi
channel.
Lauper.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should be in. Of anybody that should be in the celebrity wing,
Yeah.
Cyndi Lauper should definitely be in the WWE
And,
Hall
and
of
I think
Fame.
we might see her this year specifically because they're in New York, New Jersey, and with the fact that the women's evolution
British
is
Bulldogs.
happening. If they don't do the British Bulldogs, Davey Boy Smith should get in,
Yeah.
but they're not. If they're putting in the Hart Foundation, they're not going to put in the British Bulldogs this year.
Or Demolition. And I'm gonna channel my boy up in Hampton. I can feel it right now. Hold on. Bert, make sure you mention of all the omissions in the WWE Hall of Fame, the Midnight Express should be in the WWE Hall
And
of Fame.
They should be.
Because beautiful Bobby Eaton is the most underrated wrestler of all time.
Yes.
All right, somebody brought up Brutus Beefcake. Absolutely should be in the Hall of
Absolutely.
Fame.
Sure.
There are several wrestlers from the 80s, early, mid-90s that, like,
Even to an extent, like Adrian Adonis could be in. Like, there
Yeah.
are a lot of people who could be in the Hall of Fame.
that's an interesting name, Seth. Brian Pillman.
Considering there's no. Ooh, that's a good
Ooh,
one.
That is a really good one.
For me, Brian Pillman didn't have a long run, and that's not really his
Well, no, he had
fault.
a long run in WCW. So that
I mean,
that's
he
under
had
umbrella.
a like 7-year run.
Yeah, that's long enough for me.
So, but beautiful Bobby Eaton, though, like that dude. I mean, he was one of the greatest television champions of all time. Now, in my view, another dude who's he's in the Hall of Fame but omitted is Arn Anderson.
Oh God, yes.
Arn Anderson
The greatest
should
spine
be
buster ever.
in on
Arn
his
Anderson.
own,
Mhm.
but he's in just as a horseman.
You know who else is not in the Hall of Fame that should be in? Dean Malenko.
Dean Malenko for sure.
He might have had the personality of a fucking paper bag, but goddamn, that dude could fucking wrestle.
Just a question here.
Lance Storm.
Lance Storm.
Can I have your attention?
Can
For
I be
one
serious
second.
for 1 minute?
Second, please.
Yeah.
He should definitely be in. Well, I mean, we could, like I said, we could go.
We
on
could
and
go,
on about that.
and that's why.
There's no set criteria either. Like there isn't like a rule you had to be in for 10 years. You had to win certain titles. You had to like.
Literally, Coco Beware was put in because they had him in whatever WWE game came out that year, and they're like, "Oh, that's a great way to promote it." And they didn't even use it to promote the damn game.
No,
But
no,
And
because
nobody,
Coco
and
Beware's
nobody
in the
even
game.
fucking used them in the game
yeah.
either.
God, I'm not gonna buy a game to fucking play as Coco Beware. If I'm
Yeah.
buying a game, I'm playing as Austin. All right.
Right.
Like.
Actually, I
Or
bought
The
WWE
Rock, or Hulk Hogan,
I
or
bought-
somebody.
I
who-
bought WWE 2K14 so I could play as Brock Lesnar
That's fair.
because Brock Lesnar is the fucking
He's
greatest.
a fucking draw.
You know what the best part about WWE 2K14 was? There was a Rock cover, but if you took the thing out of the cover and you flipped it over, it was Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And like pretty much everyone did that. So, because they were missing the Rock at the time.
Right. He didn't do anything wrong.
No, he did.
He was a draw.
Yeah, Raw and it,
He's not in the Hall of Fame yet. He will headline a Hall of Fame class.
It should be this one.
Uh,
I think you have a better chance of seeing The Undertaker this year than you do of The Rock.
Speaking of The Undertaker,
Yeah,
while
yeah,
we're talking
yeah.
about that, supposedly it's come out that The Undertaker, his wrestling contract with WWE is done. It didn't say anything about whether or not he has a contract with them as like an ambassador, similar to like a Mick Foley
I'm sure he
or a
does.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I would guess he probably does, but they said his wrestling contract is over. That doesn't mean he won't wrestle at WrestleMania. It doesn't mean he won't wrestle at the Saudi Arabia show in May. But I think it's interesting that they let the contract lapse.
So he's gonna be appearing AEW Double or Nothing weekend in Las Vegas. You know how much he's charging?
$75,000.
$25,000 an
Per
hour.
appearance.
Yeah, so 3 hours,
Yeah.
so 75,000.
Yeah.
Why can't I be an old retired wrestler? What the fuck?
Because you don't look like an old retired wrestler.
Not yet.
He can.
You look like a guy who's basically getting an invite to spring training to play first base for the
Indians.
Indians.
I do.
That's what you look like. Jay
All right,
looks-
so
Jay looks like a
Seth is telling us that
physical specimen.
the Undertaker has no legend contract. He has no contract with WWE right now.
Hey. Good
That
for
to
him.
me, like, hey,
That to me, he's gonna be on an appearance basis.
yeah,
Maybe that's part of his deal. Maybe like, hey, Vince, pay me $25,000 every time. Well, you'll be getting paid a lot more to wrestle. a
if
match.
he wrestled at WrestleMania, he's going to be paid over $1 million.
If he gets paid, he'll be paid more than for that one match. Like, what the fuck, man? That guy's got he's got made, dude. Oh,
He's married to a woman that's 15 years younger than him.
She needs to eat a sandwich.
You know who
Or
doesn't?
10.
You know who doesn't need to eat a sandwich? The chick that Jeff and I saw at the bar last night.
Cassius Ono.
Kara also does not.
Kara.
Yeah, Cassius Ono does not need to eat.
Kara Tozawa.
I don't think her name is Tozawa, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that her fucking vagina tastes better than an ice cold beer on a hot summer day.
That's great.
I hope she fucking like randomly chimes. Like,
What's going on,
Well, she's
dude?
like a
Thanks for
wrestling
tuning
fan.
in.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a couple of folks on YouTube tuning in.
She did show me the top of her boob.
Right, because she wanted to show that she was off from the land of Daniel.
I'm from Ladano Land. You sorry sack of shit.
So am I. It sucks, doesn't it? Tommy knows. Tommy knows.
Yeah, Tommy definitely knows.
Sucks, doesn't it?
And Baylor is figuring it out.
Yeah, Baylor's gonna regret that decision in about a year.
Yeah, she says she loves it so far. So.
Hey,
She's
good for her. Good for her.
She doesn't
I hope when tax season comes up.
Yeah.
Next year.
That will be a very, very
Sad day.
She'll be begging to replace fucking one of the chicks that replaced her down here.
All right,
It
so
was
Seth
dude,
is
but okay.
saying that Orton has a new contract with WWE and it's worth $4 million a year.
Hey, you know what? Good for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good for him. You
I
know?
need sources. I need confirmed sources to prove that Randy Orton actually
I mean,
signed.
that seems like in the realm of possibility because his prior contract was $3 million a year. Good
But
for
I need
him
to
if
make
he's
sure
got
that he
it.
ain't leaving to go to the.
All right, somebody, Rob Van Dam, Sabu, Chris Candido, Hall of Fame. I would say Sabu and RVD definitely. I'm not sure about Candido.
I don't think Chris Candido has actually proven himself to be a Hall of Famer.
Tajiri,
I would put Tajiri in, but that's because I have a hard on for Tajiri.
Ultimo Dragon,
Yeah, I would put Ultimo Dragon in.
Juventud Guerrera.
Juventus, the soccer team from Europe.
Yes.
Me too.
Guerrero. WWE fucked up by not signing the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix. That was fucking letting them go to.
Well,
AEW was fucking huge.
Phoenix is hurting right now.
Yeah, I understand.
We'll see what happens. They may have messed up, but it might be a victory for wrestling fans all over the world, baby.
There may be some issues with that because like WWE, like they'll come to approach guys like, hey, we want to sign you, but you have to go to a performance center.
Right.
If I've been wrestling this long, if I'm this good, why the fuck do I need to go to the performance center?
Like AJ Styles.
Exactly. AJ Styles is the only one who's ever seen the performance center that I can think of.
Anderson and Gallows.
Also, but Gallows had already wrestled for them. Gallows had
Well,
already wrestled for them.
Vince
I
McMahon
don't
didn't
know
know
about that. I
that.
mean, Vince McMahon forgot that he was Luke Gallows. Remember?
Yeah, but
Luke
Triple
Gallows
H
was-
probably remembered him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sure Triple H got in the ring with the biscuit head himself.
Got biscuits and gravy.
Right.
All right, so what's the next match on the card for tonight?
All right. So
Jesus
your
Christ.
favorite match of the night: Lashley and Leo Rush
Yeah.
versus Finn Balor.
Lashley.
Lashley.
The
brainless
Millions of
one.
dollars. Millions of dollars.
The brainless one is going to go with this. Finn Balor walks out as Intercontinental Champion.
Hey.
Yeah, Leo Rush is eating a pin tonight.
I have no more beer. So
Yeah, I'm done with mine.
I got my water.
What?
That doesn't
All right,
have the same effect on me.
What say you, El Jefe?
Let's see. Handicap match, Finn Balor against the odds. Had a great match against Brock Lesnar last time out. Yeah, could have Finn Balor win the title.
All right. So clean sweep, Finn Balor.
I can guarantee you it's not going to be a clean sweep on every match tonight either.
Oh no,
In fact,
multi
if
people
anything-
matches
if
have it hard.
anything, the women's elimination chamber match, I think we're all going to differentiate on. And if fucking Captain Tism was here, he would definitely.
Anyway, moving along. Usos for Shane and Miz. Based off of what we were talking about earlier tonight, originally I would have said the Usos are going to win this match. I've reversed my feeling. I think Shane and Miz are going to win this match because what the fuck?
Well,
Why cause a problem? Why have a fucking tism? So I'm gonna go with Shane and Miz. Maybe it's a bad error in judgment on my part, but
are you gonna really reward a guy who just got arrested?
Nope.
Yeah, I think it's Shannon Miz. I mean, they can't not right now.
I'm going to go 3 for 3.
Yeah,
All right.
didn't Jimmy Uso get arrested like last year too?
For DUI like a year or two ago.
Yeah. And Jay Uso's the good one.
Yeah.
I still
And,
can't
and he got a DUI a couple years ago too.
No, I can't. And you know what? It sucks, right? Because I should be able to. They're not identical twins, but I don't know who was who.
Right.
If they were called like anything other than Jimmy and Jay, I'd figure it out. But like,
If it was like Jimmy and like Leroy.
yeah, exactly. I can figure out who the fuck they are. Dogs have
Jimmy and Rikishi.
cat dog.
Right.
Cat dog.
Right.
Cat dog.
Cat dog.
All right. Match of the night possibility: Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin.
This is a whole big pile. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. I get the feeling there's going to be some fuckery here.
With who?
Because they made it like a no DQ match in like the middle of the week. I think the whole crowd wants to see Baron Corbin get his ass kicked.
And he won't.
I get the feeling Corbin is going to get like a fluky win, and Braun Strowman and this damn feud is not going to end because they don't know what the fuck to do with Strowman at this point. He should have been like the title picture, but he's not.
I'll go with Braun Strowman.
I agree with Seth that this is going to be a bathroom break. But all right, so
No, the women's
brainless
elimination chamber is going to be the bathroom break for the brainless one. I might actually take a shit during that match too, while having a cigarette, holding these balloons, holding these balloons, holding these balloons.
All right.
Oh, I have to pick? Do I really have to care about this? It's gonna be fucking Baron Corbin because of some bullshit.
Oh boy, I'm by myself in this one.
Yeah. So yeah,
Because as much as everyone hates, it's not even like good heat. It's go the fuck away off my TV.
it's X-Pac heat.
It is. It's Xbox heat. Like, fuck, man. I hate Baron Corbin.
I do
Fuck
too.
this guy.
I thought he had a lot of potential, but his promos suck.
I never
so
thought
much
I
dick.
never
It's
thought
not
I
even
love him.
funny.
Even when he's in NXT, he's like, oh, his gimmick is to have a match that the crowd can count the seconds. And then when they stop that, I'm like, all right, what the fuck's the point of this guy?
The best thing that can happen to Baron Corbin is he ends up as an offensive lineman in the XFL.
Yeah, bad one.
Now, he'll still be. He could protect Colin Kaepernick. All right, Ronda Rousey versus Ruby Riott. I think this is going to be a sneaky good match, but I think we all know the damn outcome.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're in WrestleMania man of that.
Right.
I mean,
Ronda Rousey, to me, is going to win this match, but I think this match is going to be really solid.
Agreed.
Oh, it's gonna be a great match. Ruby Riott's a very good worker. She has a lot of personality.
She is the future of the women's division.
No, she's great. Ruby Riott is absolutely incredible.
Becky Lynch is the future.
Becky Lynch is, but
Well,
Ruby
she's
Riott.
now, too.
Ruby Riott's amazing, and you know what? They can do a lot of stuff. The Riot Squad, the Riot Squad, as I like to call them, the Riot Squad, and it's gonna be a fun match. I think it's gonna be a real fun match. Ronda's gonna win by submission. She's gonna get the armbar on her.
Armbar.
Yeah.
And not only does Ronda win this match by submission, but Charlotte gets involved in the match.
At the
I can see that.
same time,
And maybe Becky Lynch.
at the same time, she also taps everybody out,
Right.
including the other two Riot Squad members.
No, I don't think the Riot Squad members are going to get involved because they're in the women's tag team elimination chamber match.
Oh, you know what? You are right.
Speaking of that match,
Hey, that's next.
so we've got Nia Tamina, Riot Squad, Fire and Desire, aka Mandy Rose, and
I'm sorry,
Sonya
weren't they called Absolution?
They were. The Iconics, Bayley and Sasha, and then Naomi and Carmella.
Yeah, that's
nominated for the first elimination.
Yeah,
Naomi and Carmella,
Let's
who
say
are in first in the match with Fire and Desire.
they're both in the fucking deep end of the fucking pool.
Yeah.
So we can agree they're not winning, right?
No, they're not
Yeah.
winning.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you who else is not going to win. The Riot Squad. They're getting the second pinfall of the match.
I don't know
No,
if they're going to eat the
Liv-
second pinfall. They're not going to win.
And we'll be clear about it. Liv eats the pinfall, not
Of course
Sarah.
she's going to eat the fucking pinfall.
Liv is the least skilled of them by far.
Of any fucking woman in the division.
She's terrible.
Oh, second, we have Nia Jax. Nia Jax is the least.
Well,
I actually don't know about that. I think Liv's worse.
How many people has Liv Morgan injured?
Okay, Liv Morgan also weighs 95 pounds.
It doesn't matter. You know what that means? It means she can sit on my face.
honestly, right here in this match, Pirates are the best women's team, and they should be in this.
They're the most adorable
match.
tag team ever. They can kill you.
Cuter than a kitten,
They're cuter than a killer kitten.
and they can kill you.
They're cuter than the dog trying to break.
And I think, honestly, it would have been cool if we saw Trish and Lita in this match. I thought it would have been interesting for them to be the first champions and lose at WrestleMania to one of the teams they've wanted to.
But I've noticed that they're kind of getting away from, hey, we don't need to rely on legends. Of course, I say that as Jeff Jarrett had a fucking match last week. But
Against the GOAT.
Yeah, Kurt Angle was also on the same episode.
Okay, Kurt Angle still is an active wrestler.
He has a storyline.
I mean, Trish Stratus and Lita, like, I'm sorry, Lita's not the same as she was. Trish Stratus can still go. Lita cannot.
Agreed.
She broke her neck and
she broke her neck, and she can't do her moonsault anymore. It looks horrible. The only person who can do a moonsault in WWE is Charlotte Flair and Io Shirai.
As far as the ladies are concerned.
Yeah, for sure. Did you make your prediction yet?
I have not. I'm gonna go with Nia and Tamina because the crowd will crap all over this, and that's the reaction they want. They want to have a reaction to the end of this match.
Sure.
That's
You know, I don't have anything against any of the teams in this match. I don't want to see Tamina and Nia win. I would like to see Mandy Rose and Sonya win, but I don't think that's going to happen. Sonya's improved like immensely since she started. Because they rushed her to the main roster too quick, and you could tell they did, but she's caught on and she's fine. Mandy Rose has always been pretty solid, but oh god.
Seth is saying Iconics.
I don't think they're going to win either. I think it's going to be Sasha and Bayley.
All right.
Because I mean, and then they'll fucking do some bullshit next month where they lose the titles and then they have a match at WrestleMania.
Okay.
You motherfucker.
Hmm?
That was my selection.
It still
for
could
the
be
match.
yours.
But no. I said we were all going to differentiate on our selections.
We don't
But
have to. We don't have to.
But I think that this is what WWE is going to do. They're thinking, well, which one of these tag teams can we have win the women's tag team title for the first time, even though it's really not the first time? That's going to piss off the
In WWE, it's
I
the
know.
first time.
Let's make fucking that fat heifer cunt bag bitch Nia Jax half of the first ever women's WWE tag team champions. Sorry.
Who's bigger, Andre the Giant or Nia Jax?
Nia Jax.
True.
Size-wise. Fat
All right.
bitch. So I'm going to go with... As much as I want to go against that, I think this, we finally get the Bayley, Sasha Banks turning on each other, which will lead to a WrestleMania match.
No, I think that's going to happen after they win the titles.
They're not going to win the titles.
I think they win the titles.
I don't think so.
Because there's another pay-per-view between this.
There is.
I don't even know what it's called.
I think it's Fastlane.
I really do think, my gut tells me that Nia Jax and Tamina are going to win the tag team titles because, you know what? Tamina hasn't really done anything since she got to the WWE, so why not throw her a fucking bone?
Sure.
Plus the fact
she's
that
only the second worst wrestler in her family. Deuce Domino.
Right? Who almost killed The Undertaker
Sims
at WrestleMania 25.
Yes.
Undertaker fucking hates that guy, by the way.
Like the greatest match in WrestleMania history, possibly.
Yeah,
Nia Jax winning the women's tag team championship would be the ultimate fucking troll job. Other than Charlotte Flair being added to making her the main event in WrestleMania 35.
Make a wish, Charlotte.
So I'm gonna have to say it's gonna be fucking Nia Jax and Tamina that wins the tag team titles.
All right. So Brainless one agrees.
It bothers me that I have to say that.
All right. So then,
well, I will say this: Dark Horse, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville win the titles. I'm gonna barter
I'm not
myself.
Jesse.
I'm gonna barter myself.
Yeah, I'm just picking one. Anyway,
I'm saying that's who would
I would really like to see Sonya and Mandy win this.
Same.
All right, so we have the men's elimination chamber. I believe this is going to main event the show, because they built this up, in my view, more than the women's title match.
The women main event last year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have Daniel Bryan against Jeff Harvey, Kofi Kingston, Samoa Joe, Randy Orton, and AJ Styles. I think a couple of things are going to happen here. I think they're going to set up, in my view, for Randy Orton against Samoa Joe, because Randy Orton has once again been getting face pops.
Randy Arson.
Yes. I think Orton against Samoa Joe is going to be at WrestleMania, and I'd love to see that match.
Toxic promos I could ever think of.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And I think they're going to set something up for that. If I'm going to do like a possibly like crazy prediction, it'll be like Samoa Joe winning and he and Orton go against each other for the WWE title at WrestleMania. But I don't think they need that to make that match super relevant, where the hemp title has not been around super long. I think I want to see the hemp title stick around for a little longer, and Daniel Bryan's been like going on his thing about it's not fair to him to have to defend the title in this way. And there is a wrestler who has not been on TV in quite a while, a couple of them that have not been on TV in quite a while. And I think we are going to see Bray Wyatt return tonight, and he is going to help Daniel Bryan and Captain Wedgie, Eric Rowan.
Is Luke Harper healthy?
He is.
Yeah.
We could see the Wyatt family come back together with Daniel Bryan is the head of the Wyatt family, and they're going to be super eco-friendly, and
Stop it. This is
they're going to be smoking swamp juice.
This is the greatest idea I've ever heard.
And I think this is going to happen tonight, and I think Daniel Bryan ends up victorious because of chicanery like that.
Sure.
So that's my foil theory.
Foil theory. Well, I'm not going to go foil. However, it's going to be... So, we do have a pay-per-view after this, before WrestleMania. So, why the fuck not, in my head, let Kofi Kingston win? Give Kofi Kingston a bone, give him a month run of the title, and you know what? You could book Kofi versus fucking Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. That'd be awesome.
The show's going to already sell out.
Show's already sold out. I mean, WrestleMania sells itself out. It doesn't even matter what's on the card. You can have fucking midgets wrestle, like for fucking
Like
$5.
WrestleMania.
They could.
Yes.
They could take the guys that are wrestling at the Eagle's Nest.
Yeah.
And send
Midgets. They can put Andrew Rose Championship Wrestling out there.
Stop it right
And
now.
they fucking sell out.
Don't take that back.
No. Because I'm right.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Seth likes your Kofi prediction.
okay. So I'm gonna put it this way: they are gonna build towards a match for Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Like I said before, it's gonna be him versus AJ Styles because they want to
Nothing
have a
wrong
lot
with
of
that.
these dream matches with Styles at WrestleMania, and everybody would love to. I would love to see.
Yeah,
Randy
that dream
Orton.
match he had with Shane McMahon,
Yeah.
which actually was match of the night, by the
Yeah,
way.
people, which one was that? Was that last year's?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
That was
He
32.
not gonna be in the main event anymore.
That was 32,
That was last
right?
year. Last year was Nakamura.
Yeah,
2 years ago.
But 32 was AJ and I don't know.
32 was
second
AJ
match.
and Jericho.
Oh, 32 was AJ and Jericho. Which one? The one in Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas was 32.
31.
Oh, that's right.
32.
31 was San Francisco,
31 was
the
San
one you didn't
Francisco, yeah,
like it
fuck
because
that
it was
fucking
too
WrestleMania.
bright out for
They fucking
Sting's
ruined
entrance.
Sting entrance. And
And-
Well, it
Undertaker
was still the
Brett.
best WrestleMania since 30. So
True.
we've had
Absolutely true.
we've had some bad WrestleManias lately.
Better than when- better than the mid-
best fucking Super Bowl
I'm sorry,
champions
better
since
than the
fucking
mid-20s WrestleManias. Those were all trash.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had trash champions.
So they are going to build towards Randy Orton and AJ Styles for WrestleMania this year because I would love to see that more. Not that I would be upset if we got Samoa Joe versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania this year, because anything with Randy Orton's in it Randy Orton is very underrated. He's not Bobby Eaton underrated, but he's pretty damn underrated for a 13-time world champion. Daniel Bryan does walk out. As much as I would love to say that Kofi Kingston's going to win this thing, because it would mean the world to me. I would love to see Kofi
I think
Kingston
Kofi takes the
walk
last
out of
hit.
it. Daniel Bryan will walk out as WWE Hemp Champion, but
Will he
it
smoke
will
on
not
the way out?
because of Bray Wyatt. Daniel Bryan wins, and during his victory celebration with fucking Eric Rowan, we do see the Eater of the Worlds, Bray Wyatt, come out with Luke Harper, and it's going to be because Bray Wyatt is the anti-heel. We will get face Bray Wyatt, and it will be Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. That's my tinfoil hat theory.
Okay.
Not bad.
All right.
That it?
Yeah, that's the whole card.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's
card,
it.
man.
It's only like 7 matches.
That's not a lot.
That's because we need like 95 minutes for fucking entrances.
Well, think of it. The chamber matches. I mean, it's what 5 minutes for the first person to come in, 3 minutes for everybody else. Those matches are automatically
Like 20
going to be
minutes.
like 30 minutes plus, in my view. So you've got over an hour right there. If you count the entrances, that's an hour and a half, easy. And it's not like this is going to be the Royal Rumble where it goes 6.5 hours.
Holy fuck.
if Kofi Kingston actually pulls off the greatest upset in wrestling history and becomes WWE
Six
champion tonight,
Fandango.
I'll eat this box of Bootios next week for next week's episode of the podcast.
Great.
Those are like 3 years old.
That's fine. They've been locked and sealed.
August
be a little
19th,
stale,
2017 is when they fucking went bad.
You know,
On the
I'll
podcast.
cook you up a batch of pancakes too.
I'll eat pancakes too.
Yeah.
Maybe the greatest thing. I really hope Kofi Kingston wins tonight, but I do think that Daniel Bryan wins because I am in agreement with you where the hemp title is not going anywhere.
They wouldn't
it's a-
commission a title if it wasn't going to be for a long run.
Right. I mean, the
I mean,
smoking
the-
belt
the-
title
the-
last
But
year.
Kofi Kingston is pseudo-Jamaican.
So he can hemp it, he can hemp it up.
Yes, he can.
You know what, Daniel Bryan? I agree with you. I'm gonna smoke this.
RBD 420 says, I just smoked your ass.
Yeah,
So, do we have a good, the bad, and the brainless for this week?
I do.
Okay, what's your good this week, Jay?
I'm going with Kofi fucking Kingston killing it on SmackDown Live during the gauntlet match, going over an hour.
I'm going with the GOAT versus the GOAT on NXT. Ricochet versus Adam Cole, baby. Fucking main events of NXT television are always fucking great.
Yeah.
Always great.
They could all be on fucking
They could all
NXT
be-
takeover.
They can all main.
card.
They not even that. It could
They can end up at a pay per
They
view.
can make regular pay-per-views. Main event WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Maybe not that far, but
They could.
they could.
There are enough fucking marks out there at WrestleMania that match would get over, despite the fact that they're not on Raw or SmackDown.
Right.
Okay, I agree with both of you guys. I love both of your picks, but I'm gonna go for my good this week. We go hard all day and night. The new Raw Tag Team Champions, The Revival, are my good for this week. Say yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's up?
You're bad.
Baron Corbin having a match tonight.
Holy fuck.
The fact that it's no DQ, I hope that he eats a few chair shots from Braun Strowman and they're stiff. You know me, like a year and a half ago when we had our show where we were talking about like who is the breakout star of the year, I thought Baron Corbin was going to be a thing. I thought he was big. I loved his entrance music. I thought he had potential in the ring. He's not horrible in the ring, but his promos suck like bigger dick than allegedly Carmella.
Ooh,
He
I was
does.
gonna say it sucks more dick than Elton John.
Are you implying Corey Graves is a big dick? I definitely don't think he does. So my bad.
Than
Yeah.
Dick Schuster's wife.
Okay. Yeah, stop it. So my bad. Oh, I had it too. Oh yeah. You guys watch NXT UK this week?
I only caught a beginning portion of that.
Okay.
Was the Wild Boar on?
I
Candy Floss.
No, they were not on. Now, my problem with NXT UK, which is usually a very decent television show, they did these in Phoenix, right? They recorded these in Phoenix. This crowd, clueless,
Trash.
absolutely horrible. This was a dumb idea for especially a new show that not many people have watched. I mean, fucking Tony Storm walks out. It's like, yay. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah.
She has really nice calves, by the way.
she does. She's
And
like,
thighs.
She's like Marshall.
Yeah.
But no, like Tony Storm walks out and it's like, yay. And there's like, I love you, Tony. And you can like hear one guy like mark it out on the crowd. I'm like, this crowd sucked. And there was like 50 people. I'm like, no. You need to be at like wherever the hell they're doing it in fucking England. Like you need to have your base.
Yeah.
And it's maybe a good idea on paper. Just don't try it again until that show has more established audience.
Right.
In America, at least.
Right.
So that was my bad.
All right.
My bad for this week was the Street Profits. Because of the fact that they had a match against Humberto Carrillo
Who's gone?
and
Stacey Urban Jr.
Stacey Urban Jr.
Oh, it was a fun little match.
Basically, where Cassius Ohno came out and he fucking whined and cried and said he was going to fucking go to KFC. Once his contract, he's leaving to go to KFC, and Keith Lee knocked him out. And then the Street Profits came out to have their fucking thing, and they basically trolled on Cassius Ohno being knocked the fuck out. And they celebrated with Keith Lee after he knocked out Cassius Ohno. And then they were very heelish after that. And it really just bothered me. And they cut a promo like they were fucking heels. But it's like, okay, you guys treated them like faces at the beginning, before the match started. Then they became heels during the match. And now you're kind of doing this thing like we don't know what the fuck's going on with them. So that is why it was my bad for this week. I had no problem with them calling out the War Machine. AKA,
Everybody wants the damn title, right?
They wants the damn titles. Obviously, other tag teams like the Fabian Fachner and
Right.
Fabian Eichner and Marcel
Bartel and Oni Lorcan and
Danny Burch.
Danny Burch. And they basically had
Future WWE NXT UK champions.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the Undisputed Era getting involved in that. And then the War Raiders came out. And
Yeah, because you know the difference between the main roster and that is there's an actual fucking tag division in NXT.
Yeah.
So that's why the way that they booked the Street Profits is what was my bad for this week. As much as I would love to have said Asuka basically being on a milk carton because we haven't seen her since she won the SmackDown.
Had the match of the night at the fucking Royal Rumble.
And the fact that we haven't seen her since, and she doesn't have a match tonight, but I was going to go with the Street Profits because that one just kind of was like, really?
Right.
So what's your brainless, Cousin Jay?
I think we're being agreement.
I think all three of us are going to be in agreement for this. There it is. Yep. We're all in agreement for our brainless.
Jimmy Uso.
Oh, shit!
Jimmy Uso. Are you serious, bro? You're drunk and you get in a fighting position against a bunch of fucking cops.
Detroit cops.
Are you fucking stupid?
Are you
You've had
brainless?
enough problems in the last couple of years with DUIs and shit like that. I love the Usos as a tag team, but are you
Same.
fucking kidding me? Can you get any dumber than this? You're in a publicly traded company. Your contract is up in a couple of months. Are you fucking kidding me?
And you're fighting for the tag team titles tonight.
Honestly, he may be the reason they don't win the titles tonight.
Yep.
And his brother, if I were his brother, I'd be like, dude, what the fuck? What happens to you now happens to me. And it's been
Because
going
they think we're the same person.
But, like, it's like, what the fuck? So that is my brainless
That's pretty
for
brainless.
the week.
Pretty brainless.
Okay, so you and I are in agreement for this one?
Yeah, so. Yeah. Corey Graves.
Yep.
Sterling James Keenan, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. You have a beautiful wife and a beautiful family who love you very much. And you grow it, who've supported you through the darkest times in your life. Your wife, probably soon to be ex-wife, suicide. Said she supported you through alcoholism
And suicide.
and suicide. Someone who stuck by you when she had every reason to leave. Why the fuck are you going behind her back with someone, by the way, your daughter looks up to? Allegedly, according to the wife. With Carmella, was bad taste in men, by the way. Corey Graves, I've always thought was an asshole to begin with. I know he has problems. I know he has a lot of mental things, and that sucks, and I hope he gets help for it. But dude, you don't do that to someone who loves you like that. And now you threw that all away, man. Maybe she'll forgive you. I don't know if I know. I
hope
would be able
not.
to. I hope she doesn't. Because maybe this is a wake up call for you, bud. Like, how could you do that to her and your kids for a little poontang pie? I mean, it's Carmella. She's pretty hot, but
Only when she wears makeup. When she's not wearing makeup, she's not that attractive.
But at this, dude, like, temptations are all around us. You gotta stay in your lane.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel terrible for his wife. I feel terrible for his kids. I don't feel terrible for him at all. I don't feel terrible for Carmella at all. I mean, she's culpable in this too. She knew.
She made a choice when she knew that
She knows.
he's married.
She knows
with
he's
kids.
married. I mean, they've obviously known each other for years. So, like, you can't. Like, it's just devastating, man. That sucks. I feel really bad for his wife and kids. A wife who uprooted her life more than once for him, and his kids too.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, I do agree with you 100% on what my brainless is, and Corey Graves serves my brainless for this week. And I would love to have chimed in and gave my 2 cents on why Corey Graves would be my brainless for this week. Unfortunately for me, and fortunately for you, you said it dead on balls. I couldn't have said it any better than myself. And I'm just going to add on to this, like, Corey, you are the biggest fucking retard in all of WWE. Because you did something stupid like that. Infidelity is not something that is something the brainless one is a proponent of.
And it's not like
I have
it's not like
issues
oh
with it.
oops I fell into it. Like no,
Yeah, it's like
you
it's
have to
like
make a
Eminem-
conscious decision to fuck your family.
It's like
over.
in the fucking song "Guilty Conscience" by Eminem with Dr. Dre. What? You slipped, fell, landed on his dick? I don't think that's how it works, fucking Carmella.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this, and this is the only point I'm going to add on to what Jeff had said about this, because Jeff, like I said, nailed it right on the head.
That's what she said.
I'm going to say that I'm going to give most of this to Carmella because of the fact that you knew what you're getting yourself into. I feel bad for Corey Graves' wife, and I really hope that she takes him to the fucking slaughterhouse and fucking takes him for everything he's worth.
Sure.
Corey, you had a chance to be the biggest name in all of the broadcast teams for all of WWE because of the fact that you are the only one that works both Raw and SmackDown. You are a former NXT
Tag team
broadcaster.
champion.
You are my favorite of all of the announcers in all of WWE whose name is not Nigel McGuinness.
Or Mauro Ranallo.
And I fucking love Nigel McGuinness. Mauro,
can you believe what
as a
happened,
fan of
Mauro?
Bobby Heenan, he kind of reminds me of like a watered down PG version of Bobby Heenan. So that's why I always gave Corey Graves the fucking pass. But Corey, you are the biggest fucking retard in the history of fucking WWE. It's like you saw what Bray Wyatt did with his wife and JoJo, and it's like, here, hold my beer. Haha. See what I did there?
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
That's terrible.
Corey Graves, you deserve the brainless from the brainless
Yeah.
one for this week.
How idiot. Fucking
Idiot.
Fucking
Gosh.
stupid idiot. Stupid idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even have to say anything more, Jay. Your silence is enough for you to say about how you feel about this shit.
Yeah. But
I guess my only question I have to ask is this:
Mm-hmm.
Did we talk about how Jimmy Uso is going to the Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary?
there and back again
Mhm.
from Jimmy Uso from the Uso Penitentiary.
Did we talk about how Corey Graves buried himself
in many things?
in Carmella's fucking snatch? Who I would definitely love to.
Allegedly.
Based on his wife, I believe.
Did we talk about how the Revival are the new tag team champions of Monday Night Raw?
And they may possibly be reviving the tag team divisions.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Are we talking
Maybe.
about how the SmackDown Live Gauntlet match is just like the Raw one? It's still going on to this day?
And Kofi was God.
Yes.
Mhm.
Did we make our chamber predictions?
Damn straight
Did
we
we
did.
do our good, the bad, and the brainless?
Damn straight we did.
Did we talk about any of our Hall of Famers like Tommy? What?
Yeah.
Did
Sean
we-
O.
Yeah, what?
What?
Did we talk about Biff Busick?
We
We
did.
did talk about Biff
Did we
Busick.
talk about the GOAT, Ricochet versus the other GOAT?
We damn
We
straight
did.
did.
Adam
Cole, baby!
I wasn't ready for it.
Sorry.
Did Jeff jerk off to Johnny Gargano this week?
Did.
You know, of course. he
Hey,
did.
hey.
Did we
It
talk
needs
about
to
the
happen.
best star in all of NXT, Mr. Tommaso Ciampa, the
We did.
Sicilian psychopath, the psycho killer himself? Did we? I feel like we've touched base on everything.
Yes.
And I can't wait till next week till I have my second tism about the Velveteen Dream.
Right.
Yes.
Not as much as Jeff will, because we all know that Jeff will cry.
Wait, the
Possibly.
Velveteen Dream wins. Yes.
Possibly. But
That'll be very upset.
I feel like we've touched base on everything, except for one thing,
About the GOAT.
and it's because
F.N.
today.
Mark's Hall of
Is it
Famer.
because today, on February 17,
That's
2019, at 1,484 days, which is longer than 4 years, F.M. Mark's Hall of Famer, not Hornswoggle, Curtis Axel, is still alive in the 2015 Royal Rumble.
You know who's still alive in the Royal Rumble?
R-Truth.
R-Truth is still alive. You know who else is? Lana.
fair.
Lana
Yes, I understand,
is
but
still
they're-
alive.
None of them are in the F.M. Mark's Hall of Fame.
And they don't. They have not been alive for 1,484 frickin' days.
Fair.
So thank you for tuning in to the F.M. Mark's
If
FM
you've
Mark's Hall
enjoyed what you've seen,
For
whether it's
100
on Facebook, on Twitter, on Periscope, or on the YouTube,
or Instagram at the letter T, the letter H, the letter E, letter F, the letter N, MARKS. I just brainless myself.
make sure you like us on those or subscribe to us, and we will subscribe back or like back.
Or follow back.
Yeah.
So for episode 119 of the F.M. Mark's Podcast,
Enjoy Elimination Chamber tonight.
I am the brainless one, Bob
And
the brainless.
I'm Jay
I'm El Jefe.
Make sure you mark out.
with your guac out.
Suck my cock. Bye.
See you, everybody. Tito loves bones.
Jesus Christ, Jeff.
Yeah.
I need to like.
Go Kelpie!